a picture.
Wow.
That was a good one.
I love that picture.
But
I wish it translated better to an emote, but it's hard to see.
Yeah. Alright, no more fucking around.
Ever? Ugh.
Why?
Gross.
so like that Farquaad arm is still like there, so it looks like this is pointing at.
I think that's
no.
his table or something.
Yeah, I think there's something in the background.
Oh, okay, because it looks like Yasuo's leg there, to me.
Oh,
A
right.
really skinny ass leg.
That's my floor.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it's your floor? Weird.
It does look like his
That
ass,
must be weird.
though, which is kind of a problem.
Yeah.
It's art.
He's throwing it back.
It's art. He does have the arc, though. I don't know if you can see that before I change it, but he's got the arc. I don't fucking know.
Or in general, for research purposes.
The gays are back at it.
Alright.
thanks,
Are we ready
Lexington.
to do something?
Yes.
We're doing something, all right. We don't know what.
What are we doing?
Alright. Hi everyone. I'm playing D&D for the first time in 5 years. Yeah, where we last left off, you guys had ventured to the Topaz Dragon of Destruction and Rot, known as Visalunti, the Future of Dust, and wanted to seek some answers. Upon getting there, no one could really come up with anything that Visalunti was interested in, or no one really tried very hard. So you all decided to take what Visalunti suggested in drawing cards from a magical deck. A deck of several things. A less severe version of the deck of many things, but still has the potential for some deadly outcomes. And upon drawing some cards, Adia received a poor card of a devil that would hunt her down until either it is destroyed or she is. Then Elita pulled a card that increased one of her scores by +1. Isar pulled a card that granted him the ability to cast a spell with a cumulative chance to lose it the more he casts it. And then Adia pulled another card, and her soul was ripped from her body and banished to somewhere.
You lucky sons of bitches.
Damn
Where we
you,
pick up-
luck gods.
What?
Where we pick up is in Visalunti's lair still, as Adia's body, eyes glaze over, she falls heavy and seemingly lifeless to the ground. With a loud thud. And Visalunti starts cacophonously laughing. And you can see like little bits of like plumes of dark smoke coming out of his mouth with each laugh, unable to contain. He's kind of just like slamming his arms around and like moving up and down like something's real funny, and you gotta move, you gotta shake off the funnies. He's just going nuts.
Alita's
Isar's
gonna,
just like staring wide-eyed at Adia.
Alita's gonna check Adia.
Yeah, Luz rushes to Adia's side, like, and starts trying to perform any sort of.
Did Isar
Make a
Check.
medicine check.
Okay.
Did Isar see anything when? cards
Yes, you would have seen a tether just like rip the soul from Adia's body and launched just at impossible
Away.
speed away.
Alita
Yeah,
rolled a
Isar's just
4.
like
I rolled a 3, so.
We're just like lightly smacking Adia on the face. Like,
Adia is entirely unresponsive to any shaking or tapping or yelling or anything, and her eyes are glazed over.
Yeah, Luz's shaking and tapping and slapping gets more and more severe as her response becomes less and less reactive, or remain.
Her
Yeah.
body is cold to the touch.
Is she dead? Is she dead?
Vigilanti is still dying laughing. Some stalactites begin to like fall around, like on the other side of the cavern, as he's just like slamming around, just going nuts.
I saw her soul get launched out of her body.
Does that mean she's dead?
What?
I don't know. Vigilanti?
That was very funny. I guess you could say curiosity killed the cat.
Is she dead?
No, not as such. Her soul has been departed from her body.
Is that not the same as death?
Even funnier.
It's even funnier. My God. Where did it go?
Well, she drew the void card, so presumably to the void.
It's a fair assumption.
Wait, is he being serious right now, or is he saying that just?
Isar's just like
Make an
mouthing,
insight check.
Where the fuck is the void?
That is a 14.
He seems to be being earnest, but he's also like stifling laughter.
You're laughing.
I've not laughed that hard in quite a long time.
So you would say we entertained you?
I
Of
look
course.
over at Eileen.
Well, it appears the one who drew the card is no longer here, but still fair game for whatever request.
I mean, if you're entertained, then I believe we have a question that we could follow up and try and figure out about audio.
I mean, I feel like that's what I was asking with. Where did she go? How do we get to the void?
There we go.
Luz
That's
is
what I was
panicking.
thinking.
How do we fix this?
I don't think you want to go to the void.
Wasn't the question.
Obviously not.
We don't.
Get to the void. The most direct path would probably be through the Astral Sea. That is where the entrance and
So we need a
culmination
boat.
of it is.
But then how would we still get Adia?
Can we return her soul to her body?
That doesn't sound hopeful.
That does not sound helpful at all.
That sounds like no.
Well, if you look there, and he points to the ground, points to the ground next to Adia, there is a gemstone that is lying on the floor. It is deep black in color, and it is in the shape of a dodecahedron, 12-sided, perfectly faceted gemstone, about the size of a baseball.
I snatch it.
That is a window, if you will.
I
Adia,
hold it ever so gently.
as you pull the card, you suddenly feel just immense pressure sort of swirl around you, and just white hot blindness overtakes you before shifting like stars flying past your vision, and then crashing, landing through the astral sea and just gossamer skies of glowing blues, purples, greens, just immense color and arcane magic swirling around, crashing into a dark void portal of absolute darkness and blackness, and slamming back into nothingness before opening your eyes, and you find yourself in a dark space. Looking around, there's absolutely nothing around you, except for a few feet away, there is almost looks like a projection, some sort of illusory magic. And you walk over and see and look, and within it you can see your body lying on the ground, your friends surrounding it, and it not moving. You see into the lair of Visalunti from almost an overhead view, just kind of surrounding the space.
Adia just goes like, "Hello? Can any of you hear me? I'm above you."
There's no reaction at all to your words.
She kind of just looks around her to see where she is.
Looking around, it is pitch darkness, other than the light emitting from that illusion. And go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Perception. Perception.
Aw. It's good to be
5.
back.
Nope, not one.
You walk
Wow.
You walk a bit further, maybe 15 feet, before crashing into an invisible wall, a barrier of some sort. You kind of run your hands along it. It feels like glass, but you don't see anything. Doesn't look like glass, doesn't have any sort of sound as you touch it. It is just a solid barrier that is smooth and feels as though you're touching glass, but doesn't make a sound. As you kind of scan the area and walk around a little bit more, it seems like you are in maybe a 20-foot by 20-foot cube. And there's just darkness and nothingness surrounding.
She's like tip-tapping the walls, getting her soul knife, trying to scrape at it, like going from one spot to another, just curiously. It hasn't really sunk in yet. She's just curiously just observing her surroundings, kind of fascinated.
You tap on the glass with the soul knife, and this time it does make a sort of resonant sound, or kind of buzzes a little bit. But other than that, there's nothing too remarkable. But a short bit later, as you're just kind of inspecting the space, you see very far in the distance, or maybe it's very close and very small. Gauging any sort of measurement in this space is very difficult because you have basically nothing to use as a reference point. You see some motion. You kind of like squint and turn your head, and it's just this weird amorphous shape that you can't really make out any detail. Before, as you're just kind of like staring and looking, it starts to grow a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and shift in its shape and form before eventually it rapidly rushes towards you and slams against the barrier with a loud bang and then darts off.
Hello? Can you come back? What, who are you?
There's no response. The rest of you are back in the cavern with Visalunti. What do you want to ask him?
You said the entrance is in the astral sea. Follow up. How do we get to the astral sea?
There are a few different ways, none of them very easy. There's powerful magic to be able to shift across the planes. There are perhaps some areas that the fabric of the material plane is a bit more thin, that you could perhaps pass through into the astral sea. But I can't overemphasize that traveling to the void, let alone the astral sea, is bordering insanity. If not already there.
And it's a shame.
Is there an alternative to bringing Adia's soul back?
Well, she was taken to the void, which is a phenomenon within the astral sea. If the astral sea is the boundless capabilities of magic and arcane power incarnate in all of the cosmos and all of the planes of existence, binding them together, the void is the unraveling of it. Anti-magic, if you would. There are some creatures that are more in tune with this void energy. Different types that you could perhaps look into, and maybe they could reach across the barrier and pluck her soul back. That stone you have there is a window of sorts. She should be able to see and hear everything surrounding it. She cannot communicate, but she can observe.
Luz is now like holding this. It is like holding this thing and is just looking at it like, "Oh my God, you're in there! Oh my God, you're in there! Are you okay?"
You hear Luz's voice echoing throughout the space that you're in. Audio.
Adia's immediately running back to the image and saying, I'm all right. I'm just in a dark place. Can you hear me?
Nothing.
Luz? Well, this is a predicament.
Do you happen to know where we could find one of these beings that could reach in and pluck her out?
I am not too versed in the void and anti-magic. You'd perhaps be better suited looking into some arcane study. There is a city somewhat nearby on the surface called Exoni.
Please.
Exoni is the Marble City. It is the home of many libraries and not so much museums, but places of scholarly learning, and many of the Sophicalis Mystera make their home there. There are colleges that people attend in order to try to enter their ranks and apprentice under them. You could perhaps explore that city, and maybe some of the arcane practitioners or some of the recorded studies could guide you in the right direction of perhaps a creature that is attuned to the void.
Hey, Eileen.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a weapon of the void back at that museum?
Yeah, it was in the shelf. Audio was messing with it. The sapphire guy. Do we know he's a sapphire dragon?
I think so.
I think one of you figured it out.
Yeah,
I wanna say
the
it
guard was.
Alita. What about a weapon of the void? Would that be
How would
helpful?
that help exactly?
It could get us in contact with, I don't know, The void, the time walker, maybe. He was the one that put it there, wasn't he?
Perhaps. Could be an option. I guess.
Well, Vigilanti, are you going to get your adventuring gear and come with us? You kind of put us into this predicament, so I figured maybe you'd help us out.
A fair trade.
Agreed.
Information for entertainment.
Okay, so our options are ask people in Ixani or rob a museum.
We're close to Ixani if we could find a way out of here, I believe.
Yes. Is there a exit to the surface nearby, Vigilanti?
Yes, I could show you the way out of my cabins.
That'd be appreciated.
Will you?
Duly for myself as well. I don't very much enjoy keeping company for too long.
That's fair.
Good to hear.
Isar looks back at the group. I don't think we have any more questions right now, right?
I think our priority
Luz
is just
glares at everyone.
What's up, Luz?
What are you glaring at, Luz?
We do not have any more questions if it requires any more cards.
Didn't you pull a
Yeah,
card?
that's what it.
No.
Oh, I thought everybody did.
No.
Adia pulled 2,
Adia
Isar
pulled
pulled
a card
1,
for me.
and
Did
Ellie
I
get
pulled
one?
1.
Oh, they pulled a card for you.
Luz looks very sad.
Oh no!
Maybe we don't glare in glass houses.
Speaking of which,
Oh no! I have no questions. Speaking of which.
What are we gonna do with the body? Isar says to the. How? Do you want me to carry her? Like, do we get a box?
it doesn't really matter. She is effectively dead. The
That's
body is in
not
stasis.
What does that mean?
The body will not require any sort of biological process and will not alter from its current state until the soul is either lost or returned.
Let's just carry it with
We
us for
can-
now, and then we'll find a place to keep it safe and leave it there until we can get Adia's soul.
Who had the bag?
Look at Alita.
I think Adia had the
Adia.
bag.
Isar grabs the bag from Adia.
You want me to open one end or grab the feet?
Can Adia even
Luz
fit?
just
I don't.
looks
Yeah,
up sorrowfully.
Isar's trying to do the logistics of thinking of can Adia fit in this bag?
She can fit in the bag.
If it
But
fits,
currently the cat's out of the bag. So.
Oh.
Oh, the cat's going back in the bag. I could. We could put her in the bag. That might be easier than, and require less answers to weird questions if we're just carrying a body.
Take into Bernie's.
Oh, we can get sunglasses.
Otherwise, we could, I don't know, tie her to my back, I guess. But that's people are gonna ask questions as soon as we get back to the surface.
Yeah, I think to avoid all of that, like he said, the body doesn't need anything. I think we just tuck her away for now. She's not in there.
Alright.
She's in the thing that Luz has. So maybe we make like a necklace out of that, and Luz can wear it or put it in their baubles, and they can see out at all times.
Adia's gonna have to watch us shove her body into the bag.
Yeah, Isar,
Oh my
Isar
God.
is gonna kind of try and
I
get
turn
the
away
bag
with
at
the
a good
crystal.
angle to
You're
start
shitting.
shimmying her in.
It's me gonna let her see
I,
it.
I updated the bag of holding inventory for
Adia
Ithar.
heard
I put
everything.
Adia's
I'm
body.
gonna
in the
tuck
inventory.
Adia's tail in while he's like doing the bag, and like if anything ever like flops out over the side, I'll just kind of flop it
Yeah,
back in.
Adia. Luce tries to like turn the crystal away as they're stuffing your body into the bag of holding, but they don't know that the crystal is able to see all things around it, not just like out of the crystal.
Oh.
So you have a top-down view of Luce like turning and hiding the crystal away as they're shoving your body into the bag of holding.
Adia's just like, what the fuck? Just has her hands to her head, going like, ah! My body!
I'm
Oh,
sure
no.
Adia will understand this is to protect her body until we can
They're
cover
reasonable.
her from her own mistakes. Sorry.
They are reasonable. They'll get it. Luz, do you want me to wrap some wire around that so you can wear it somewhere?
If you want, I can also embroider
You could put it on the
a
staff.
pouch. Use her as your casting focus.
A little baby Bjorn for the orb.
I have embroidery. Whatever.
I was thinking about affixing it to the staff.
What,
No, because then what if I hit someone with the staff?
Then Adia's helping.
good job, Adia.
You can get sneak attack damage from that.
No, that can't be.
Okay, we can figure it out as we go. I can just wrap some copper wire around it if that's what we want to do, or you can embroider something for it and carry it around that way. But
Yeah.
better than carrying it in your pocket or something. So at least if Adia is in there, she has something to watch while we do what we're doing.
Where you put it doesn't matter. It is able to see all things in proximity.
Oh,
No.
so it's all.
Yes.
In the distance.
Oh, you're just safe bombs.
Is he laughing again?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So all we have to do is get into the Astral Sea, into the Void, rescue Adia, get into the Nine Hells, rescue Micah, and then we can return to our business.
Which is what?
Which is returning a battery.
Don't forget the bone devil that wants to kill Adia.
Oh no, I forgot about the Bone Devil that wants to kill Adia.
Well, I mean, I feel like we can kill two birds with one stone when we go get Micah with that.
Adia loved killing
But
birds.
what if it's already out of the hells?
Adia loved killing birds.
What are we... This was the worst decision we've ever made, Lazar. Coming all the way down
Look
here
at
for a
us,
battery, and we lost 2 friends. And we have a devil haunting us.
Well, it's not hunting us.
Well, technically,
I mean, yes.
what the fuck are we doing?
The good news is you're probably safe from the devil for now because her soul is in the void.
Oh, that's probably what bumped into the fucking thing.
That's what I was thinking. I had that typed out. I typed the devil into my Spanish classes Discord by accident. Because I was trying.
El Diablo.
I was like, the devil?
Well, alright, step by step, I guess. Lead the way, Vigilante.
Yes. Straightens himself up, gathers himself. All right. This way. And he will lead you through some of his caverns and eventually to what looks like a closed-off section of rock and stone where he places a claw upon the wall and carves talons across it. And with a bit of an arcane shimmer, the wall collapses into the floor and opens up a passageway. If you travel up this chute, you should eventually crest to the surface.
Okay.
Thank you. Suppose you're welcome for.
I hope we never
continue, I
see each
suppose.
other again.
I will be watching from afar to check in on the entertainment from time to time.
Great for you.
That's creepy. That's
I guess I hope we're entertaining.
Quite so.
Good. Well, it was nice to meet you, Vigilante.
All of you as well. Thank you for the fun. All right.
Yeah, I just look at him when he says that, and there is no response coming from Luz to that.
All right. So you all start to head up the chute.
Yep.
It is a pretty steady incline. It looks like it'll probably take some time to climb it, but it seems as you start that it's at a slight angle and then kind of spirals a bit so that it's able to head upward. But at some points, it does get to be like straight up or very close to it, where you have to climb up rock faces and up crags and stuff. So it's not a leisurely walk by any means, but you will spend some time climbing your way out of the Underdark. Anybody want to do anything while you were making this trek?
Alita?
Elia is like still with 2 levels of exhaustion, is trudging behind everyone. Yes.
Is there a way to talk to people on other planes? And if so, are you talking to their body or their soul?
I
And if so, could it reach into somewhere like a prison that a soul is being held?
do I know if this is possible?
Make an Arcana check.
That is a 20. No,
You would know that there is magic that can reach communication across planes. One in particular being the sending spell, a 3rd level piece of magic. But you would also probably recognize that the plane of existence of anti magic and negative arcane energy would likely repel such types of arcane magic.
yes, but not where Adia probably is.
Okay. Back to the drawing board. I feel like if we can talk to her, it'll make everything a little bit easier for both of us. Because we'll know that she's okay, and she'll know that we're... I guess she knows we're after her anyways, so maybe that
I
helps.
suppose as long as we're talking near the crystal, I suppose that we can give her all the reassurances we can.
We're on our way, Adia! Kinda. We don't really know where we're... I think we're gonna steal the sword from the museum, if you can hear me. And that might help us somehow. That's what Asar
I
said.
don't know. That was I think probably Exani is better. The sword is just the one thing I'm like, that's void related, maybe. I don't. That's literally the only thing I know that has to do with that in my entire life.
I also had...
Then
Sorry.
I think as far as we can do with that is what? Try taking the sword and hoping the Time Walker sets his attention on us.
It was a shot in the dark, like I said. It's probably better for us just to ask people in Exani.
Maybe we should try and find somebody in Exani to send a message to the Verazame as well, because if they can look from their end about one of their members disappearing, they're not going to think we did this, are they?
No?
We're not the bad guys.
No.
We're not the bad guys.
No.
We literally did nothing.
It's not our fault.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not our fault. Right, Liz? I see.
Lex isn't there.
At least he told us where we're at, too, underground. So that we're, we have some sort of idea of where we're going.
Better than the way we came, hopefully.
Hopefully one less Hydra or two. Keep trudging up the tunnel.
All right. So you guys continue your way up the tunnel, and yeah, it is going to take the rest of the day. You don't crest out of the chute, being that one, Alita is extremely slow, and two, it seems like you are quite deep underground. But yeah, you travel and climb up this tunnel for the rest of the day before you need to bed down for the night inside of this tunnel.
How cold is it in this tunnel?
It's gotten warmer, actually. Now that you've
Okay.
made some space from Visalunti's lair, it has actually warmed up and is no longer the frigidness that you were experiencing.
Oh, thank God. I was one exhaustion away from going to death spiral mode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you all set up camp for the night. And
Adia can keep first watch.
How are you gonna let us know?
Luz would like to take the final watch before the dawn, so I can try and take a look at the stars since I haven't seen them.
you're
Still
still
won't.
underground.
We're in the
We're
cave.
still.
Fuck me.
Still can't.
Sorry.
Almost there. One more day.
One more day.
We'll get out of there.
Adia,
Okay.
you watch the group as they travel for the rest of the day, and they all start to get tired and begin to bed down for the night. You're not tired. In fact, you don't feel hungry, you don't feel thirsty, you don't feel tired. You don't feel really anything in terms of like bodily needs. And honestly, you kind of get the feeling that you probably wouldn't even be able to sleep if you tried.
Hmm.
Oh,
She starts looking down at herself, starts poking herself. tries to like jump and float, maybe, thinking really hard.
It seems like gravity is still in place, like you're being pulled against the ground. When you poke yourself, it feels solid.
Hmm.
Your body feels the same.
She's gonna go over to the wall, do a sniff, and then, ma'am, lick the wall.
There's no taste.
Hmm.
But as you are in that space for a little while, and every once in a while you'll see some movement off in the distance, but none of it approaches you the same way the first one did. Later on, as the rest of the group are sleeping and doing their own thing, you're kind of just keep watching them and keeping an eye out. You hear what sounds like a scrape, like metal against metal. It's like a sharp sound. And you look over where it came from, and you can see a small blemish floating in the air. And you walk over to the wall where the barrier is, and it looks like there is a bit of damage to it. And it suddenly dawns on you, you're probably not safe in here forever.
Oh dear. That's not good. she's gonna go back away from that wall and go all the way to the nearest corner. Kind of huddle up in there, wondering and just watching everything. Probably getting bored and then watching and then getting scared and then she's starting to realize, oh, this is bad. This is going to be for my brain.
All right.
Mm.
The rest of you bed down for the night. And is there anything any of you would like to do?
sit there, stare at the thing. Actually, yes, I want to make a thing for holding the crystal.
Okay. Out of just like fabric, loose fabric.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's some shit on Audia.
You pull a cat back.
Isar pulls Adia out of the bag of holding.
Ade,
For
do you have any fabric on you?
I'm sure it would have been in the bag of holding because she was carrying the bag of holding.
I also think I have some that I can
Okay.
just give.
Yeah.
Isar thinks about cloth and tries to pull some out of the bag of holding.
She doesn't. She doesn't have it.
I have
in
five-
her-
Pulls
I
out
have
some
5 pounds of
Eileen's
fabric that I
clothing
would
along
help
with Eileen.
lose out
Okay.
with.
I mean,
So whatever they
okay.
want to take from that. I also have
I mean,
springs
honestly,
and feathers and shit too.
To make something like that wouldn't even take like any fabric at all. Not even close to like enough to need to measure. So yeah, you tear off a bit of some fabric and make kind of a sling out of it, loose, and then you are able to carry the crystal around your neck or wherever. Yeah, you all bed down for the night. And oh, what's up?
Just a question regarding Adia's situation. Does she have like all the stuff? And I know that are on her body, all the physical stuff is still there. But does Adia in her like soul prison? Does she still have like the stuff she had on her in there, or?
She's wearing. It looks as though she is wearing the clothes that she was wearing, but she doesn't have any like equipment or anything that she was carrying. Just like the clothes that were on her body. And I don't think she carries weapons on her.
I
Not
was just
really.
wondering if she had like a book or something to occupy herself.
She's watching you guys. If she's really bored.
Yep.
We can entertain her. We can find ways to entertain her.
Someone just hold a book open for hours.
Yeah, we'll like read books to her. Like, oh, this is gonna be fun actually. And they don't really have the choice of saying no.
Oh no.
Read some awful smut.
I mean, she kind of fun too. Yeah.
She is alone. There's not much to do.
God.
Yeah, so you guys bed down for the night and go to sleep. Well, Adi doesn't. But the night is uneventful, and you all awaken on the 13th of Majra and continue your journey. After some more time and climbing out of the tunnels, you eventually start to see light in the distance. A bit far off at first, but slowly getting closer. And eventually you crest out of the chute and out into the light. As you all surface right about here, a little bit up in the mountains, a bit high in elevation, but not like crazy high up. And you get a big breath of fresh air as the breeze blows by, the sun sits high in the sky, and you all are out of the underground and the Underdark for the first time in a while.
Isar takes a long, deep breath. Just breathes in all of the not stale air. What time of day is it?
It's afternoon,
Where's the
like early
thing?
afternoon.
Luz looks up at the sky and sees the sun and looks disappointed, but also is like, oh, we're a lot farther than I thought we were.
Can we tell where we're at, or can you tell where we're at? Like specifically?
Make a nature check.
I'm not doing it.
That's lose.
Yeah, that's a
I
loose
would
thing.
think.
What? Why am I making a nature check?
To see where we
To
are.
determine where you are, or see if you can like gauge your location.
Well, that's
What'd you roll?
well, I rolled a 3. But I think I'm proficient in nature.
I think
So.
you are.
Bring that up to a 6.
No, that brings it up to an 11.
11, okay. You rifle around in the bag of holding for Adia's map of the area and are able to triangulate your position based on the landmarks that Adia has mapped out and the position of the sky and the sun, stuff like that. And you are able to gauge that you are generally about where I have the marker on the map.
Woo! I think we're somewhere around here.
Gotcha.
I think. Oh, we're pretty close to Exani.
Great. So
Not
we
too
head
far.
east.
Yes.
Looks like
I
it.
believe that's how this map works.
What's your compass pointing to? I'll look at Alita.
Good
Still the
question.
engine.
So just like at yourself.
Oh.
How are you carrying that, by the way?
Slowly.
Do you need help?
Oh yeah, I would have went down a level of exhaustion, right?
Yeah.
Yep, you'd be at 1 now.
Yep. So no longer speed penalties.
Nice.
Yeah, like Alita probably would have had like tied to her with the rope to her backpack.
All right.
Okay, so
So you start descending from the mountaintop
east.
and heading east.
Isar keeps an eye out for any drakes that want to pick him up and fling him again.
Make a perception check.
That is a 6 plus 6 for 12.
12. Looking around, you don't see any drakes flying in the air. So you feel
Just
fairly safe.
narrows his eyes. He's around somewhere.
Yeah, you guys continue traveling for the rest of the day before you make it to the bottom of the mountain as the sun is going down and need to prepare camp for another night.
I can hear the music.
It's a little bit quiet. You might have to raise the
I haven't
volume
raised
for my
it all the
stream.
way.
Oh, really?
Let me try leaving it real quick.
Maybe your master volume or something needs to be louder.
My master volume is all the way up.
Does anyone
Okay.
know anything else about Exani?
I was hearing it just fine earlier, but now it's really fun.
Would Isar know anything about Exani, given that his parents are from this region?
Make a history check.
That is also low. 10 plus. It's also an 11. I think the last one was, but 11.
Okay. So you know about Exani in that your family had sent your sister there to set up some stronger relations with other cities for the Silken Sparrow.
Mhm.
And from what your parents told you, it is known as the Marble City. It is
Marble or marble?
marble, like the
Marble.
material.
Gotcha.
It is very much known for much of the architecture being made of marble and a lot of just like white and beautiful, perfectly hewn and cut stone of marble. And it is very much known for its beauty, known for having monasteries and temples dedicated to the gods. Much religious study is done there. There is a lot of knowledge and scholarly study as well. And it is known for being a settling place for many of the people who are part of the Sophicalis Mystica. And that there are like colleges for study there where people go and try to become an apprentice of one of the members of the Somys and to learn. It is a place of great information and study that is a very central portion or part of the continent and allows for much exchange of ideas and exchange of information and knowledge, as well as very diverse type of population because of its central position, people coming in and out or living there. Yeah.
We know about the train.
That's about it. Yeah, the train. It is one of the final positions, the northernmost position of this arcane machine that is able to travel very quickly and transport people and things.
Sorry, relays that to the group and continues. So maybe we'll meet my sister while we're there. Be interesting. I've never actually met her.
Really?
I mean, she was left at home before we came to Artress. She's quite a few years older.
Oh,
Parents had me fairly late.
weird they kept her in the safe spot and left you with.
I mean, they didn't expect to be staying either.
That's fair.
We've gone over this.
Yeah. Do you think we can ride the train?
What's my sister's name, Eileen?
Do you think we can ride the train?
Maybe. I mean, I guess if we wanted to go south, it's the northmost, so
It was kind of the primary reason that your family sent your sister there, was to set up like trade lines.
yeah, it was
through-
specifically for the train, pretty much,
Yeah.
because it's a shipping company.
No.
I mean, it's definitely, I think, the biggest city we'll have been to.
Stephanie.
No,
Amelia.
Closer.
closer.
Emily.
Like, let me pull up my Google Doc. I don't remember it off the top
What's
of my
your What's your sister's name, Asar?
Well, you know it's this,
Well,
and
of
I
course,
say that, and then I
of
go look up
course.
my.
I knew that. Trying to quiz me. You don't even know the fucking answer.
It's Lila is my sister's.
Wasn't close.
Closer.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like that's pretty close.
Well, I guess a couple-
Amelia, Lila, you know.
A lot of same letters.
She'd be almost 40 by now.
Oh. Sorry, that's not the
38?
right reaction.
I mean, 2 years. 2 years still 40. Wonder if she has any kids. What if I'm an uncle?
What if your grandfather? That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
Not unless you have a very mixed up family.
Oh, no.
It would be
Bam.
it would be great uncle, I think, would be the
Oh,
term you're looking
no.
for. But I don't think so.
Yeah, that's my mistake, I guess.
That's fine.
My family doesn't live long enough to have grandparents, so
What do you mean?
What?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you've never really talked about family beyond your dad.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, set up camp. Keep moving towards Saxony tomorrow. Should we read Adia a bedtime story or something?
Maybe we should just talk about our families. Maybe that's because Adia would like more information. She'd probably be asking questions right now.
Could not do that too. That's also another.
Please. Adia's just going like clawing at the walls. Please.
Um,
talk about-
It's been a
It's been a
day,
day.
Adia. You have so long.
Alita,
Ah!
I know relationship with your mom is not simple. What is your mom's name?
Rera.
Rera?
Rera.
Rayra.
Rera? Rah, 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 rah,
Rah.
rah.
Asar does that to Alita.
Making her despise him even more.
Yeah,
Oh my
fucking
God.
Isar,
like just
Isar
when-
took a
just
deep
when a
breath
bond
and
was starting to
Alita was like,
form.
fuck this guy.
Rayra.
Man, how dare you breathe? I can't breathe.
You're not thinking about me.
Oh my god.
How dare you breathe in front of me, you son of a bitch.
Luz, do you have family back in your druid circle? I know you've mentioned, the druid circle as a whole as being family-like, but
Oh well. Oh well. Well, no one. that is biologically related to me is in my circle. But I have six younger brothers and sisters.
6?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like biological?
Yeah. And my
What-
parents.
Oh, your parents
Okay,
are there.
so like adoptive, yeah?
No.
You just said.
They're outside of the circle.
Oh.
Yes?
Yeah.
I understand. Okay. Misunderstood. I thought you were all orphaned and sent to a druid circle.
What?
Because you
The
said
druid
nobody in the
circle
druid
of
circle was
orphans.
biologically. Okay, tell us about your family, Luz.
Do you understand that there's a concept called chosen family?
No.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
What's that?
It's where you choose who is your family, whether or not they're related to you biologically.
Is it a mutual decision?
Yes.
Leave space for some awkward situations.
What?
Well, if you want somebody to be your family and they don't want to be your family, doesn't that lead to issues?
I've
I guess.
not encountered that before.
Sweet home Alabama.
Well, that's good. Seems like everybody gets
Um,
along.
Well, yes, we work together. We have to.
So your parents, what do they do?
Well, they're farmers.
You say that so matter of factly, like you've talked about this before.
I feel like we should know
have I
all of
not?
this. I don't think
I
so.
don't believe
I don't think so.
I'll be honest. I thought you came from a much wealthier family.
The baubles
I
made
just
me
think
think that too originally, but
I don't know why. I just kind of had that impression.
Rich girl energy.
and like the fancy clothes, you have like silks and stuff, and
Yeah,
like all the
that's
shiny stuff.
So the clothes were from the druid circle, right? You have told us that they were like graduation
Well,
attire of some sort.
the cloak was for initiation into my druid circle. But I went to an academy for magic. For
Man, these Google Docs. There's some. I think it's down actually.
Yeah, Google Doc's supposed to be down. You guys are slow as fuck on this.
I have mine.
no,
in
my brain
Obsidian.
is.
I have mine memorized.
You absolutely do not. It was like 40 pages.
I wrote it all. How do you not?
You guys know your characters so well.
Cody's mom doesn't have a name.
Oh.
I don't know my mom.
Maria.
Cody's father doesn't have a first name.
Yes, he does.
It's father.
Yes, he does.
Father.
60 pages. Don't even give them names.
They're not important.
Oh.
1 page, double space, take it or leave it.
Ask more family questions.
your parents, I'm trying to help Adia since she's here. Your parents, what are their names, Luz?
Namegenerator.com.
No, they're there.
Names.
I'm looking at them right now.
Fucking help,
my
Chris. What are you doing? Help.
Yeah. You know how Vizalunti gets entertainment from watching suffering?
Yeah.
I kind of might have imparted that part of myself.
Okay, I'm there with you.
Uh-huh.
I understand. I get it.
Look. Well, my mother's name is Lysandra. And my father's name is Neelan. Then there's me. Then there's Stella, Riley, Jay, and then Diera, Deidre, and Dawn.
Insight check. Did they make all that up?
Riley, Jay.
Make an insight check.
I rolled out.
It doesn't matter what you roll. I rolled a natural one.
What would I roll?
I believe you.
Oh, I guess I should also say my parents' names are Bassar and Dima.
I knew that.
Yes, you've met them multiple times. You've eaten dinner with us, so. That tracks. I didn't have to ask
grew
that
up,
question.
grew up together.
Yeah, yeah.
My father's name was Nicholas.
You've never mentioned your father.
Where's he?
You've mentioned your mother with a lot of vitriol.
Staying,
just-
yeah.
I'm
Sure.
not quite sure where my father is at this point.
Is
Gotcha.
he alive?
Is he part of the lost side of your memories then?
Yes.
Sorry to hear that.
I know he was a tinkerer. I knew he taught me a lot. I don't know where that is anymore.
You have vague memories of what he looks like, or
No. All I know is that he's human.
a human tinker? Gotcha. Is that something you wanted to eventually seek out, or is that past?
I don't know at this point.
That's fair. That's fair.
Audio, if you're listening, I hope you enjoyed the answers to questions that I know you would have asked.
No, ask Audio. Anyways,
Yeah, Audia, tell us about your family when we get you back. I know right now is obviously not ideal, but you can hear us, so keep those answers in the chamber.
You just see this Adios just like doing a circuit around her like 20 foot by 20 foot cube, just walking around over and over, and she's just like kind of reciting what she would say to you guys.
Oh,
Adia's trying to find something to tie her clothes to hang herself.
No, never.
Oh,
Like she's like trying to peek into the darkness to see what's attacking the glass.
Isar continues kind of talking to the
Okay.
air. We
Oh.
don't know where you are, but we'll find you. Hopefully, hopefully it's like safe there. It probably isn't. Probably isn't. So hopefully we get you out soon. Sorry about your questions, I guess. Yeah.
good job, Isar.
Thumbs up.
Well,
Just gotta keep her mood up because I am sure she's not happy right now.
she could be in a great place. We're assuming
I
it's
don't
bad,
think she is.
but she could have
no.
infinite fields.
Why would
And,
you think that would be the case?
well, we're just assuming
called
it's
the
an
void.
awful place, and maybe there's middle ground. Maybe it's not
I
as
assume
bad.
it's pitch black and she's just floating in nothingness.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
hearing
not.
noises in the distance, which is probably horrifying. So, I think we should probably try and get her out soon.
Well, I'm not saying we keep her in there. I'm just saying maybe.
Yeah, obviously.
It doesn't do us any favors to think about the worst case scenario, even if it probably is true. It goes for Micah. I think Micah. Hopefully, he's doing all right too.
Should we use the sending for Micah? I forgot that we had it for a bit, and then I was thinking about that last night.
Well, I asked about that, and Luz wants to copy it down, so that we have multiple
so we can use it
uses
multiple
of it.
times. Gotcha.
So that's what we're saving it for.
Okay.
It's not like us seeing whether or not he's okay is going to change our course anytime soon.
Did Micah know that we had a scroll of sending?
Yeah.
Did he?
No, we got it afterwards.
You're right, we did.
Okay.
No, wait, no,
okay.
no,
So,
no, we
so
didn't. No, we didn't. We got it.
Ooh.
We got
got it at
before.
the-
I'm just
Yep,
hoping
the
he's
supplies
not
on the
mad
way
we
out.
didn't-
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
think
just
we
hoping-
really talked about it.
true.
Okay.
But he was there, I think.
Maybe he didn't.
Regardless.
Because I do think we should get him out. That's all.
Yeah, we'll get both of them.
Part of me was kind of hoping that the void was like a not literal place, and that like maybe she got sent to like the Nine Hells, and then we just get both of them.
Oh,
That would have been cool.
That would be
Yeah.
too easy.
3 birds, 1 stone.
One
Bone
diff-
Devil, Adia, Micah.
that would have been really fortuitous.
We don't seem to be too fortuitous, honestly.
Not recently. These have been awful decisions. All of them. I mean, since you turned...
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. All of them. They've just been terrible.
No, I'm not. Nothing to apologize. Yep. I should be saying I'm sorry. I have more times.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Yeah.
But
Circumstances haven't been working out in our favor.
that'll change eventually. We just got to keep going
Hopefully.
forward.
Just keep trudging along. How close to Exani do you think we are?
Well, we're camping right now, so probably not very close.
I thought we broke camp.
Nope, it's midnight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isar looks up.
Based on
Stars!
Based on where Luz said we were, I think we're about 2-3 days out.
At least you're not going slow anymore, so we can move regular pretty fast.
Yeah, if you kept getting worse there, I was just gonna carry you at that point because you were trailing real far behind there.
What's she weigh, Alita? Sorry.
Hmm?
No,
It's a weird question to ask.
I know it came out before my brain thought about it.
I didn't even understand what you just asked me.
It was a dumb question. All right, let's settle for the night and get to walking in the morning.
Sounds like a
right.
plan.
Luz, did you want to do anything with the stars now that they're there?
Yeah. What do they look like?
Shiny.
What they look like?
They pretty.
You have not seen stars in quite some time, and it is a welcome change of pace and relief to no longer be underneath miles of dirt.
Did our ears pop on the way up?
Probably multiple times.
Yeah, I would like to reach in the bag of holding it and go for some of Adia's paper.
Go for some of Adia's hair. Pull her out of the bag.
No, her paper.
Okay.
Every time we pull Adia out of the bag, it's by the tail.
And I want to take down the basic star positions where I'm at.
Okay.
And then I want to do I want to search for Adia's star and see what it's got to still be there. Did we ever find it? I don't remember.
I think we got a chance.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, if I remember right, I don't think you ever looked at Adia's star.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead and make a... You have tools for that, or... I forget.
I
don't
think
think
it's
so.
her astrology chart.
I have
It's like
the guide map thing.
star map.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can just make a... What's it called? Proficiency check with your wisdom
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the tool.
That is a 19.
18. So
Wow.
you search around the sky and eventually come upon a star pattern. And it is a fairly dense star pattern. You can see there's a lot of closely packed stars all in the same space. And within it, you get the sense that somewhere within the cluster there is Adia's star. It's a little bit hard to pinpoint the exact one, but it seems like her spirit or her soul, the mapping of it is heavily intertwined among many others and very much integrated. It feels to you as though she is, as you know, quite curious and very interested in all things around her and tries to integrate and throw herself into everything that she can. And seems as though there's nothing particularly remarkable about it. It's just seems as though she likes to get invested in other people, other things, information, and the world.
Okay. Well, I marked down where her star is too.
Okay.
across
I
the
forgot that.
campsite. Eileen's gonna yell, Alita,
Yeah.
should we put a sticker on Adia's body?
Alita's just gonna like turn to look at Eileen like.
Sorry, I was thinking about
Why?
it. You know how Alita or Adia puts stickers on everything and it gets sent to the Verazam with like information and stuff, and they know about it or whatever it does. I don't know what it does, but she puts stickers on stuff.
Oh, the papers, you mean?
Yeah,
that she
the
uses?
stickers. She put them on the statue and the thing, and I think it sends information to the Verazam, but I don't really know.
Audio
Um,
would. Audio probably would. I remember Aaliyah definitely talked to Audia about it. Would she have explained how they worked exactly?
Yeah.
Um,
As much as she would know.
which audio would have said.
I mean, she would have said that it was at least like it records magical information. She doesn't know how. She doesn't, and then she'll eventually have to take it back to the Verazam. She would have said.
Oh, so it's not the
Oh.
Verazam gets them immediately, but they're just like notes that she will eventually take back to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
yeah. All she knows is that it records
it's like a
information.
scan.
Yeah, that's all she knows. Like she wouldn't know like how it works or the details of it or how it's made. Just what it does.
Gotcha.
So if we slapped it on your body, it might not do.
I suppose we could slap one on and it might record some information, but I don't think it will do anything. It doesn't get sent to the Verazam
Oh.
immediately.
Okay, never mind.
And I've probably wanted to ask this last night, but having probably recovered from some of the exhaustion, Alita probably would have started feeling a little weird on now her side from last fight. And in some privacy, she'll like pull up her shirt to try to see the how far the transformation has gone.
Yeah, you can see that it seems to have reached across towards the rib cage now, a little bit down further in the body.
And it's just like metal ribs. Like you can actually like kind of like stick like a hand in there, or is it like they're like kind of like some sort of protective cover over it?
More like a plate, more like it has created like a panel of metal over top, not like you can stick your hand in or anything.
Gotcha. And Alita's just gonna trying to think about how much more time she has.
All right, so you will go to bed.
Before everybody goes to bed, Isar kind of is looking at the book that he got from blanking on his name, Titanborn guy.
Nost.
Nost. Thank you. It was Andreas Nost was his name?
Yep, Andreas Nost.
Gotcha. Yeah. Does anybody speak Dwarvish? Because I don't. I
No.
don't know how to make use of this book about
I do.
if you weren't busy. Do you think you could translate this? It's in cipher.
Could try.
You don't need to decipher it. I just, I'll do that on my own time. Maybe Adia can help me from the void if she's watching.
How?
I don't. I'm trying to be positive here. It seems like we kind of need that right now. But I don't think there's any further I can get with the Titan Steel without this book. There's nothing more I can do from just, randomly trying different things. Kind of exhausted that avenue. And this is the next next path for it. Maybe there will be a dwarf in Exani who is part of Was there like a family name on this book, Chris?
Nope, the cover is blank.
Yeah. He didn't give me any information. He just said, "Here's a book. Good luck." I don't know, but at least if it's something I can read, I can work towards it.
How long might it take me to do a task like this?
Probably long.
It will take some time.
Well, I'll get started on it right after I finish this second scroll.
Obviously, no rush. This is a long-term thing. I already knew that, but I appreciate it. If you need any help with making a harness for that, I can help you with that. I can maybe make some chain. Allguard, bless you.
What?
You sneezed. That's what you say.
That's not what we say, but that's fine.
What do they say for? I mean, that's what they said in Eileen, back me up here.
I've never heard that in my life.
You are lying through your teeth. This is not.
Especially you. Why would you say that?
It was force of habit.
Yeah.
He's still on my hammer.
Yeah.
We just say the east wind says hello.
Wait, that's way cooler. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Is the west wind like when you toot?
No, that's the south wind.
Yeah, Isar hands over the book and takes first watch or second watch. Whoever's staying up can stay up and just fill the gaps.
Okay, sounds good. Yep, you guys bed down for the night, and it is uneventful. You all awaken the next day on the 14th and continue your journey. You make it about halfway there. You feel like you have another day's journey before you can get to Ixoni. You have to bed down for the night again. Unless there's anything particular anyone wants to do, we can just skip ahead.
I want to work on that scroll. I'm copying the scroll.
Copying the scroll or
sending
deciphering the book?
Sending
No,
scroll.
I'm doing the sending scroll first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Más importante.
For sure.
Copying the sending scroll. Hang on. Magic information. Okay, so scroll crafting is for a 3rd level spell, 5 days and 300 gold pieces.
Yeah. I think it might have been the fact that we didn't have 300 gold.
Do you now have 300 gold?
No.
Oh, then you can't copy the scroll.
Well, then I'll work on the book.
Okay.
So, Alita will see if Luz can have time to squeeze it in. If she can search the sky for any other stars that are like her own, those like dual natured stars.
I'll spend my watch or whatever. I'll spend
Okay.
some.
You look around, and there are other binary star systems in the sky. There's not like a ton of them, but there are some other ones.
Okay. Do they look like they're immortal or?
They'd likely be immortal beings,
Okay.
immortal souls.
Well, I think Alita would probably ask, like, is there more than normal, like than there were before?
Make a history check. And actually, you do have the book of previous star pattern
Oh.
skies, so
So
you can
get
look
it.
through that.
Okay, I'll look through that. Does that give me advantage or something?
Sure.
Cool, cool. That is a 13.
13. Looking through the book,
I rolled really
you
bad.
you don't necessarily get the sense that there's like more or less in like the past recent years or anything like that. Doesn't seem like there's any sort of pattern or anything of significantly more or less appearing.
Okay, pass that on.
All right. I was just curious.
Eileen
All
will
right.
try and reach out to Luz at some point as well, either when taking the watch or giving the watch or whatever.
I
Whenever Luz
also
wanted
need
to
you
do
to
that.
translate this.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now that Adi's gone, Luce has to do all the mental work.
Hey,
Oh
Luz.
man, lose.
Hey, Luz.
Yeah, Leah? Eileen? Whoever you are?
Does everything have a soul?
Well, like, what do you mean by everything?
Well, like the stars. I mean, obviously a star doesn't, but
Yeah.
like other
we-
creatures, like creatures that aren't necessarily humans, but aren't necessarily not humans.
like, immortals? Soul?
Yeah.
Like, what are you, like,
Yeah.
what are you,
Yeah,
what are you
like
talking about? Like,
yeah, like immortal souls. Those are in the
those are immortal souls are beings like titans or celestials or devils or
No, not them. Not them. That's too strong. Is there a level between mortal souls and immortal souls? Is there,
no.
do vampires have souls?
Yes, they're yes.
They did.
Did?
Undead creatures relinquish their souls upon becoming undead.
Oh, okay. Well, not anymore.
So they don't have stars. Even like the even
No.
like the big ones, the strong ones.
Not anymore.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Good night.
You'd know undead things, like they're dead in terms of their soul. They're able to continue living through other means, either forcibly through magic if they're unintelligent, or some sort of curse or thing that binds them to undeath and pseudo life. But in terms of having a soul, when they become undead, they would no longer have it anymore. Would have already passed on into the waters.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yep, you all go to bed. Wake up the next day, 15th of Majuro.
Cool.
And you make it to the outskirts of the city. Hang on a sec.
Audio's on day 4. Day 5 already, actually.
How's Adi
She-
doing?
She has progressed to whenever you guys are awake, she's just like kind of like sitting there and listening to you all, what you guys are seeing. Like she's still trying to like see the
Persist.
world. Yeah, but when you guys are asleep is when it's the worst because there's nothing occupying her mind, and she just has the darkness and the weird thumping and the weird glass breaking happening. So she tries to occupy herself by starting to either hum to herself a little bit or making conversation or
Oh
doing
no, she's
like
going crazy.
He's losing, is what you're saying.
or doing like acrobatic tricks like off the wall. Like she would like climb up the wall like and then like backflip off of it, doing knife tricks. Trying to do more and more acrobatic
Training
shenanigans.
arc in the void.
Yeah. But then just to occupy herself and keeping an eye out.
Fun.
It's her life now.
Fun and not going crazy.
Not at all.
Perfectly stable, actually. It's been 5 days
right,
and we haven't even gotten to the
Captain
first step of trying to help you. You were fucked. You're gonna be in there
we
for
are making our
months.
way.
Oh, please don't.
This is what happens when you have
Months.
to walk.
Oh, Chris, she would try to do the telepathic bond, which if she catches the thing that's slamming into her cage, she would try to do a telepathic bond.
no.
Why would you do that?
Because it's
Why would you
Adia.
When you
that?
gaze into the void gazes
Because
back.
it's Adia. Okay,
Oh,
she
It
that's
is
would.
an
so
Adia thing.
terrifying.
Adia would absolutely not learn from her mistakes and would do this.
Oh, that's
She's
horrible.
learning, but she hasn't learned the extent of when to fucking stop.
Oh no! All that dice.
Oh
Nice!
no! Oh no, Chris, please, please have mercy on my stupid cat child.
Oh no!
My
you're
child.
gonna learn the same way Varys did.
Oh boy.
You reach out to whatever this thing is when you can like catch a glimpse of it. You're not sure if it's the same one or if there's multiple or if this is even a brand new one and they're constantly just cycling in and out. You honestly have no idea. But this one you catch and you try to activate your
Psychic whispers, yeah.
psychic whispers. You suddenly feel a tether and a bond connect.
Huh?
And you find yourself unable to think. Any thought that you try to have is muted. Anything you try to say is silenced. Anything you try to do is stopped and halted. You sit there frozen, unthinking, unmoving, unacting, unfeeling, for you don't know how long, before it breaks. And you breathe heavily and like gasp for air, like you've been being choked from every single sense that you have. Feels extremely uncomfortable and unnerving, as you kind of were just locked in syndrome for you don't even know how long, but it breaks and there's no sight of whatever you were bonded with.
Okay. Don't do that again. It's just this is like kind of like not the mind.
Unless.
Yeah. Yeah. She's she okay, this like is that all she was able to get from it? Like
You
she
just
at least-
felt absolute nothingness.
oh god, okay.
Just time passed, you don't know how much.
She would try to like look at the screen, the TV screen to see how much time would pass, try to like answer
It's-
that.
It was about an entire day for them.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, do it again then. You just skip days. You found the time
Save
skip.
off insanity
Time
with this
skip.
one simple trick.
No, she's not doing that again. The only thing she has left is her mind in this place. And
How is the glass box do?
There's some cuts and scrapes, and definitely accumulating over time.
okay. Well, yeah, that's how she's spending her time. She did that once. She's not doing it again, unless she's real desperate. You know what that means.
The choice is you.
It's audio. Rika hates this. I hate this.
You're a loose cannon, Adia. Rein it in.
Oh god, okay. What are you doing?
What are you rolling, you son of a bitch?
He's checking something. Is he checking void things? Void things? What she met in the void?
All right.
Fadia gets a triple class out of this. Never gonna
So-
remember.
You guys make it to Exani on the following day, the 15th of Majro, and you crest to the outside of the city. It is large and grand. There are massive pillars of beautiful marble, ivory towers, bright white. Even in the darkness of the nighttime when you arrive, the light in the city reflects vibrantly off of all of the stonework and all of the gemstone-like surfaces. It is hauntingly beautiful in its aspect. The entire surrounding space smells of hickory and like a sweet, almost molasses that just suffuses the space as you begin to enter into the city. There are food carts of many sweet treats and types of like candy. It is fairly vibrant, and that the nighttime markets, it seems like the city is fairly safe. So the nighttime markets are open. There are children running around in the middle of the night, and everyone seems to be having a pretty good time. You can see off in the distance that there are bigger spires that come out of the city and sort of have some whirring arcane magic around them. Bits of lights that stream around, multicolor, different like aspects of weather changing and like low hanging fog or slight gusts of wind and bits of cyclones that kick up. And the entire city seems quite lively and vibrant, if not magnificent. But you enter into the city of Exani, the Marble City.
Should we? What do we think will help us with Adia?
Mm,
Who do you
Someone-
think will help us with Adia?
what's
Who
on?
knows how to get to an astral plane?
I would like to try to peek onto one of the passing by food carts and see what they have.
Make a perception check.
12 plus 1, 13.
13. You look over and you can see that there is steam coming off of it, as it looks like an assortment of different types of nuts, walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts, things like that are all covered in a hard layer of, looks like a mixture between a hardened molasses and a caramel drizzle of some sort.
That might
Looks
help
like
us.
a cart is like full of sweets that are caramelized and sugary.
I mean, I think that's the first step, obviously, since we just got to the city. I feel like that's gonna... What we need to do is get our morale in order. And then
And the best way to do that?
probably caramel nuts. It's a good place to start. Eileen will order one.
Okay. You can mark off 5 copper.
Can I talk her down to 4 so I don't have to translate silver into copper?
It's
There's
literally
There's a
one
two for
silver
I,
is
I
10
hear
copper.
you, and I'm there with you, but I only have 4 copper. I'm gonna try and talk her down.
How do you try to talk her down to 4 copper?
Ma'am. Your food looks amazing. Unfortunately, I only have 4 copper. Is there a chance that we can get this down to 4? I know it's not quite the 5 that you're looking for, but if there's anything you need, anything at all, I'll take care of it for you.
I'm trying to think of whether I should make you make a persuasion
She's a
or
healer.
a deception check, because You're saying, listen, I
A
only have 4 copper,
deception.
as you have like nice clothing on, a like presentery shoulder guard,
Let me
guns
pull back
on your
the curtain.
hips.
I'm not doing anything for her either. So for 1 copper, so it's full deception.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a deception check.
It's solid. That's 5, or sorry, 10 plus 5.
5.
So 15 total.
She seems to be in a hurry trying to get to like some sort of central square where they are setting up like a mini night market. And she kind of just like glances over at you quickly and sees you holding the 4 copper. And she's like, okay. And she just grabs the copper and hands you a piece and then continues pushing the cart quickly.
Thank you.
What was she heading towards?
Looked like she was heading towards a more central space where like kind of the buildings, almost like in the Vatican, where there is the
That central area.
central, like, you know, all of these
okay,
like
okay.
walls and things that close in on like a central wide
bazaar.
open star-shaped type of space. It's kind of like that. She seemed to be heading towards like these converging alleyway or roads that lead toward a more central open area.
Should we follow the crowd heading that way?
I don't see why not. Looks like there's lots of cool stuff over there. But
I'm sure Adia would want to see it.
and I'll
What's up?
dangle the
Do we
caramel
need to find
nuts
somewhere
towards
to sleep?
Luz's thing.
There might be a place in that area. There might be somebody to ask for a place to sleep in that area. That's where everybody's going.
Adia, look what they have. I'll take a
just
bite and
told-
try and design the flavor.
She's looking. She's looking.
Try and design the flavor.
It looks real yummy. It looks
nutty
real
and
tasty and
sweet.
sweet.
A little salty. They put salt on there somewhere. Chewy, Adia.
I can't taste anything in here.
Am I torturing or helping?
As we are going through here, Aaliyah's got to keep an eye out for a library.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That is a 13.
You don't necessarily see a library, but before, when you're entering into the city and you saw those spires that were coming out more so from the city and had like the arcane signature of some sort of magic on them, you are able to gather that there's likely some sort of specific area or section, quarter of the city that is dedicated to the Somys, either people who are from it living there or different colleges that are like training to become a apprentice to someone of the Somys and things of that nature. So you could probably gather that there would be maybe repositories for information and study in that area.
I was more looking for like just like a bookstore, like to buy a couple new books. I'm assuming Aaliyah kind of read through hers at this point.
Okay. Currently, you don't see a bookstore as such, and they'd likely be closed at this time anyway.
All right.
Because it is fairly late in the night. Seems like the only things that are really open are the night market type stuff that are outside.
All right, but Leah's gonna definitely get a note down that repository.
Okay. Yeah, you all continue to travel into the central thoroughfare of the city, and this pop-up night market that seems to have come into play. It looks as though there are large amounts of gathered people and a big platform where many fireworks are being gathered and placed into different mortar cannons and different types of artillery shots, and it looks as though they're preparing to set off some sort of fireworks show somewhat soon. There are lots of little markets set up and little pop-up shops of food, clothing, all kinds of little things to buy.
Is there some sort of holiday going on?
It's like a
Celebration
festival
that-
or something, right?
I'm like,
It's
What
just a
day is
normal
it? It's
the
thing.
15th of...
Madra.
Is that a holiday, Chris? that we would know of?
It is not
Is it
overtly a holiday, but
is it a thing?
it is nearing the equinox.
Oh shit. Okay, this is what I was thinking about earlier.
Oh shit!
The equinox is
Drop
the
their ass
28th
now,
of
let me see
Madra.
them hips swing!
It seems like the beginning stages of like the celebration for the equinox. This is the equinox that is dedicated to the realm of Earth, and this is basically at the time, or at the 28th of Madro, the realm of Earth of Realmus is the closest to the material plane. And it seems like there is a lot of hearty food that's being prepared, a lot of exorbitant displays and clothing that is being sold in relation to like patterns of earth and gemstone and things like that. As Goluk, the avatar of Earth, was very fond, at least in history, of food and of celebration and merriment, and it seems as though this sort of tradition is honoring that.
Ooh.
I would like to look at the fireworks.
Maybe if we hold up the orb for Adia, it'll be in range for her to see.
Maybe? Yeah, we can watch fireworks with audio.
I'm sure that'd be exciting. Can't imagine it's too entertaining for her in there, most likely.
Are we gonna look around the
Especially
market, or are we
thinking-
gonna get an inn and then come back, or what's the plan, guys?
Well, I assume if we look around the market first, someone will be able to tell us about a good inn. Chris,
Yeah.
would Isar know like the name of whatever shop Lila is owned/working in here?
You would know the supply chain.
Would it just be
the
the?
same
It would still
name,
be Silk and Sparrow.
Silk and
Gotcha.
Sparrow,
I wasn't sure.
but you don't know if like there's a specific shop or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't think my family's business would have a shop here. I mean, they're shipping, so not really this scene.
Right.
I would like to meet her. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think that's gonna happen tonight.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll find
But
her.
yeah,
in
I
there.
think look around. Somebody will be able to tell us a reputable inn. I'm sure inns are, booming during this time with people, traveling in from outside the city to inn for the festival or whatever.
Cool. I'm gonna go look at the fireworks before they light them off. But I imagine we'll meet up back here in the market somewhere.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
I-
good. Yeah.
All right.
Meet back at that lamppost when fireworks start going off.
Gotcha. Will do.
All right. Anybody want to do anything in particular?
We scatter.
Everyone runs away.
Alita can't seem to find a bookstore and they're probably closed, so she's kind of look to Luz for what to do here.
Luz is looking at the sky.
Just head craned,
Yeah.
straight up staring.
Yes, literally that.
Mouth open in the rainstorm.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yep, it's
Eileen gone. Isar went to a shop looking around.
Yeah.
Alita left alone with Luz staring directly up.
Alita's also looking up. It's like, huh? Huh.
I wonder. Do you think the astral plane? I need this sending spell copied, or I just need to use it.
What do you have in mind?
Well, when there's the equinoxes can have various fluctuations, unless I'm mistaking something. But if there's any kind of, if it's anything like the 18th of Chimon or the 18th of Zebril, then maybe this is something that could help us find Audia.
How so? With her being in the void, that makes her particularly difficult to reach through magical means.
Well, earlier when dragon face name.
Vigilante.
Is Lunti.
Thank you. When Visalunti was speaking about the barriers between the planes becoming thin, that happens on certain dates. And it's possible that the fall equinox could help us get to the astral plane. Could be thin enough between the planes for us to get through on that day.
Okay. But how would sending work with that?
Well, I could ask my archdruid if I'm for better information. That's all.
Same Archdruid who teleported you into the middle of...
That wasn't her fault.
That was the other Archdruid's fault for shutting down the gateway.
Yeah. That was because the gateway at the Twilight Circle was closed.
Oh,
Ah!
the fireworks!
Still here.
Oh, that startled me.
Isar was at like some, weapon sales cart that had like freshly smithed weapons. You're like, then she says, like, oh, time to go.
The very familiar scent of gunpowder and sulfur fills the air around for you, Eileen, as the fireworks begin to go off.
Didn't make it in time, damn it. Where are they launching from?
They're launching from like a central field area where there's like a large platform set up, and then there's kind of a bit of a open meadow type space within the city, and then they're being launched out of there. There's like gates set up so that people can't get too close and get blown up.
That's a real shame. How far away from the gate is it?
How far, like, beyond the gate are the fireworks?
Yeah.
Only probably like 100 feet.
Are the people like watching him at the base?
I mean, yeah, there's people like right at the gate, just like lying down on the grass, looking up at the sky.
No, sorry. Are the people like monitoring the fireworks, setting them off? Like, is there an expert over
There's
there
people,
somewhere?
Yeah, there's people setting off the fireworks, holding like flares and stuff, and then launching them off, holding them up to the mortar shells.
Fuck it, I run over there.
Stealthily, or you just run past the gate?
I'll
Book it.
I'm gonna, yeah. I'm just gonna kind of act like I'm supposed to be there and go. Hope that people are too distracted by the fireworks that they're not gonna like stop me.
Make a performance check to act like you belong.
I can do that. I'm good at performance. That's not fucking terrible. That is a 16 total.
16. You kind of push your way past the gate and wait for a particularly large boom to be set off where people are all looking up, and you slink past and start casually walking your way over towards where the fireworks are being set off, and it looks like there's a grounds crew running the show. Doesn't seem like anybody is in tow or following you.
Cool. Once I get closer, I want to try and see where the finale is. Which one of the finale fireworks are gonna be. Biggest
Make a perception
canister,
check.
biggest canisters, biggest explosion, something.
Yeah, make a
Ooh.
perception check.
That one's good. 18 plus 1, 19 total.
Yeah, you see off to the side that there are some particularly large mortar shells and cannons, like tubes set up off on the side, where there seems to be like a large cluster of them, and people are currently setting up and like wiring fuses and stuff for it.
How many people would you say?
Currently working on the finale, or in total
Yeah.
working?
Just like, is it like a cluster of people there?
It looks like there's about 6 people working on the finale currently.
Okay. Let me channel my inner. It's dark outside. They wouldn't be launching fireworks in the daytime. Okay. Eileen's going to jump in and start helping them with the wiring and try and pocket one of the mortar shells.
Okay.
Fuck.
Make sure we get that one wired correctly, and I'm going to use my tinkering knowledge to try and make sure, like, give a command to somebody else working there.
So I want you to give me a deception check, but I will give you advantage.
Ooh.
17. 9. Advantage. What am I rolling?
Deception.
17 plus 5. 22.
You slip in effortlessly and begin to wire up fuses and very much looking like you belong, kind of observing what they were doing up front and then working your way in. You go ahead and like make a call out for one of the side mortars towards somebody and that it needs to be set up still, or that there's a fault with it, and someone kind of like looks questioningly and then walks over towards it, begins to tinker with it and try to make an assessment of it. During that time, go ahead and make me a sleight of hands check. I will give you advantage on this as well, since
Thank
you...
fuck for the advantage. Holy shit, that's a 3.
Oh.
Not much better. Uh-oh. 14 total. 9 plus 5.
It's not bad.
14.
It's not bad.
I rolled double 3s on disadvantage for
Oh.
perception.
Thank fuck.
You go ahead and grab a 3-inch mortar shell and slide it into a pocket.
Gotcha. I clap somebody on the back as they're working. All right, you guys are doing good work. Everybody keep it up. This is gonna be a great finale. And I start walking back towards the crowd.
Lamppost.
Yeah, the lamppost.
You can go ahead and add a 3-inch firework mortar shell to your inventory.
It's like
Nothing can go
really
wrong with
good
this.
size fire. That's a really good size firework.
Nice.
The measurement is the diameter of it. That is a
Oh,
3-inch
shit.
diameter
Oh my
mortar
God.
shell.
Yeah, the 3 inch. I mean, 3 inches
that in
is
your
really
pocket?
respectable. So
For a mortar shell,
Especially-
it is.
Especially diameter. 3-inch diameter is
girthy.
yeah, it's girthy.
That's a girthy mortar. I've worked with them
Mortar
when I
shell.
was working as a fireworks exhibition person, and
What-
they're girthy.
Would you say that would put a hole in something?
Yes.
Perfect. The
3-inch
next-
mortar
It's
shells
gonna
are
be really
fucking
funny
crazy.
when Eileen gets hit with a fireball and that goes off.
Yeah,
Let's not
Oh,
worry about
no.
that.
yeah, that's
We
true.
already-
That
we
is a
already
thing.
have-
No, it'll
Cat
be
in the
fine
bag.
because Eileen's resistant to fire.
True.
It'll
Yeah.
just be really funny and no downside.
If you've
No
ever been
doubt.
to a fireworks show, the 3-inch mortar shells are the one that go like
Oh,
you
okay.
hear like the explosion of it like going off in the air and then another explosion of them like erupting outward.
Got
That
it.
sounds like a double explosion.
So we're gonna get to the finale, and it's gonna be like, boom, boom, and then one else is supposed to launch for like the big explosion. It's not gonna fucking happen.
I mean, you know, they had a lot of 3-inch
Definitely,
mortars.
yeah, I'm just
so,
joking.
but there is going to be a gap. There's going to be like, it's going to be doo doo, silence.
Cool. I make my way back.
All right, you head your way back over towards the rendezvous point, and yeah, everyone, you make it back there as the fireworks are still going off.
Hi guys.
Glad you finally showed up. We were getting kind of worried.
Yeah, I was stealing a firework.
What?
Why?
I think it'll be helpful for my project.
How?
I walked over there and grabbed it.
Well, that,
No,
but
no,
also,
no, no.
like, how
Eileen,
will it
how
be?
is it going to be helpful?
It could probably put a big hole in something, and that's kind of the point of the project. And so I was hoping that I could use it to do that.
Check general chat and Discord. That's a 3-inch mortar shell.
Oh Jesus
Holy
Christ!
fuck! It's like a giant pear of gunpowder. And if I can't use it for that, then I'll turn it into something that I can throw and goes boom.
At the very least, maybe if we're bored, we light a firework.
Yeah.
Just light it on the
Light a
ground
forest
without a
on
tube.
fire.
Fireworks.
Just goes off like a grenade.
Oh my
We'll put it in the
God.
gopher hole and just
We
clear
could
the thing
scare
out.
the shit out of somebody.
Let's vaporize the gophers in the
Can-
park.
Can Adia see the fireworks?
Adia can see the fireworks.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Oh thanks.
They are very pretty and a nice turn of pace from the absolute darkness.
The only light is coming from that screen.
Yeah. You're just hunched over your television in the middle of just a pitch black room.
Yeah, it's her nightlight. Okay, it's her nightlight. Oh.
Sad.
This is nice.
Yeah, this is cool. I bite my nut bar.
Is this the pause? Oh, I guess.
There's
that
a
the
pregnant
finale?
pause in the fireworks
Huh.
before
Huh.
they continue.
Okay, there we go. I guess that was where it was supposed to go, huh?
Maybe, yeah. It did seem like a finale one. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, you guys finish watching the fireworks, and there is a lot of joy and merriment and cheering from all the citizens and people. And it seems as though the festivities continue.
Okay. Food
Sure.
And
and in.
yes.
Yeah.
Did anyone ask around?
I
Or
went
what?
to a sword cart and they
Or
had some
an inn?
decent swords.
No, I didn't talk to many people. Did
I
you?
feel like Adi is normally the person that does that. I just kind of I forgot that role is not filled.
You all hear a loud sound that is quite unfamiliar to all of you. It sounds almost like a whistle.
Here. Oh.
And you see a large plume of smoke and steam launch off in the distance as you hear, for the first time ever, a train
What?
pulling through the city. A large whistle of the train to alert of its arrival. And you can see plumes of smoke and arcane dust shoot off into the air. As within the city is the final stop of the railroad system that travels down and through Mutaf.
What's the name of the rail system?
The rail system. Hang on a sec.
Mutaf Rails Incorporated.
Where is it? Sorry, hang on. Oh, it's Utroth Ways. Utroth being the capital of Mutaf.
Oh, okay.
It's Utroth Ways, the railroad system.
Oh, the spelling is just I just had to scroll down.
Utroth Mutaf.
Utroth Ways.
Yeah.
Utroth or Troth?
Utroth Mutaf.
Yeah. Yeah, but you, for the first time ever, hear the whistle of a train as it pulls into the city.
Whoa.
ASR.
But you all look
That's
around and try to find an inn? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's up,
Okay.
buddy?
How's the train turn around?
How does a train turn around?
There's a
Just
train
have
yard.
front at both sides, at both ends.
Yeah,
I
there's a front
maybe
and a
it's like
back. the subway.
Maybe there's like a U-turn.
Are you try?
Like the track goes in like a wide U.
There's a
Back.
train yard where the trains can head into a station and, shifting panels so they can move off to the side and then a different train can move in.
Oh,
Pick
fancy.
up the lead cart and just spin it around and put it back down? What?
Have you guys... No, Cody hasn't ever seen how a train works.
I've been on a train once. I didn't turn around. It was on a straight line
Yeah,
going
yeah.
one
I
direction.
don't know how trains turn around.
There's a thing called the train yard where the trains pull into when they're not being used or they're like decommissioned for the time being, where they get
Gotcha.
cleaned and stuff, and then they pull off onto like a side trail or side like track, and then they can turn back onto the same track.
But how do they turn around? How does the car that leads the train?
It can either like go around in a circle like in the train yard, or a lot of trains can move forward or backward.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you guys go to look for an inn. The most immediate one around where you are would be the Rebellious Sun. The Rebellious Sun is a very vibrant, more of a distillery than a bar or more of a distillery than a bar or any sort of like food establishment. It seems like they make a lot of fine liquors and they brew a lot of their own meads and things like that. And it is run by a gnomish man with vibrant blue hair. And he is perhaps the rebellious son that the place is named after. His name is Pear.
Hair.
Yep, like the fruit.
Spelled. Okay, I was gonna say spelled like how the fruit is, or
Yep.
pair like two things.
No, like the fruit.
If it was pear like you, then it's badass. They call me Pear.
Cause I got him.
But yeah, you can get a room here for the night. It is the most immediate place near you that you see, and it is also quite rambunctious and partyful. Lots of liquor flowing, lots of really nice distilled meads and spirits and things.
Well, this place seems fun.
Yeah, this seems great. We can get a drink too.
Yeah.
Each of you go ahead and mark off. Well, each room can have 2 people.
Okay.
But each room itself is 1 gold.
So we could do 2 each to a room.
Eileen is getting her own room. Paid the gold.
Okay.
Alright. Alita will share with Luz.
Okay, cool.
She'll
Isar
split the
will, I
price
guess,
for
be in his own
throw
room
down
again.
5 silver.
Okay.
If it bothers you that
Um,
much, you can stay with me, Isar. I'm not that set on being alone, but it's up to you.
I will put down.
Oh, I mean, you wanted to have
5
your own room,
silver
it's
as well.
totally fine. You said it was 5 silver a room.
1 gold.
It's
1
Yeah,
gold
so
per
1
room,
gold,
but 2
okay,
people
okay.
can be in it.
And I'll also pay a gold. 3 rooms.
Cool. Yeah, you get a room set up for you. You can hang out and have drinks if you want, or you can just go to bed. Up to you.
Drinking.
Yeah, Isar will have a drink. Or
Okay.
2. 3.
oh, okay.
We've been
Cool.
underground for a long time. Good to be
All
back
right.
among civilized people, Not those monsters from underground.
Wow.
You just see some dwarf throwing up on the
Civilized people!
civilization.
Real
Smell it.
people.
Yeah, you can get a it seems like they're selling either like small portions of liquor, or you can buy a literal liter of mead.
Isar's going with the leader.
Okay. Yeah, mark off.
I didn't know they came in liters.
I didn't either.
Mark off 2 silver pieces for a liter of mead.
Called a pint.
Did Anya drink much?
No, it's a liter.
No, I know. I'm just.
I was
He
making
was
I was
referencing-
referencing. We had watched Fellowship like a week ago.
Okay.
Did Anya drink? Did Anya have a
You haven't
chance
That's
to
2
drink?
pints. A liter is about 2 pints.
You haven't seen her like yet. I mean, she never asked for alcohol yet. She hasn't had
Okay,
a
she hasn't.
reason.
Okay, then. Never mind.
Usually it's cold milk.
That's right. Yeah.
No.
Oh, we can't get her
If
milk
she-
because
if-
it'll sour by the time we get anywhere near her. So
Nah.
that should be
Liquor won't.
yogurt by the
But
time we
could
get
put,
there.
We could put a bottle of meat in the.
That was, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
In
I've
the
never
bag of
seen
holding.
Audia drink before, so I didn't know if that was a gift.
It'll be to cheers when she gets back.
Okay, yeah.
We'll come back here. I mean,
But as you were all sitting and drinking, you see a little bit of a commotion happening at the entrance where a figure kind of bursts through the door and starts loudly talking to people and kind of running around to multiple different people and asking questions before they kind of just like yell out amongst the tavern. You can't really make out what they're saying, but people kind of are just ignoring this person and kind of shooing them away. But eventually they head over towards where you are and continue their yelling. And you can hear them yell out, does anyone know where the magic place is? Magic, yeah, you know, ooh, magic. And people are just kind of like shooing her away. But Rika, would you like to describe what your character looks like?
Oh boy, yes I
Ooh,
would.
magic.
and that's
Two.
now the voice that Rika has to imitate.
Close. So you see a halfling with short black hair held back with a red headband and a red oni mask perched at the side of her head. Pale
Oni
skin
mask?
with oni, yeah,
Okay.
mask or whatever. A pale skin with many thin scars when you see her face up. Large, sharp, amber brown eyes with a downward slanted lips that make her look like she's pointed in you. Wears gold threaded embroidered black, gray, and red robes that look like very high quality and carries herself with an almost noble air. On her back hangs a short bow and a great axe that's just the size of her entire body. But the most curious thing is that on her right hand and halfway up her forearm is a hexagonal plated gauntlet that emits a dull, low red glow underneath the metal. So she basically looks like a halfling who looks like a worn down doll, 2.5 feet, until she opens her mouth even louder and says, "Oi! Why isn't anyone listening to me?"
You see over a little bit further away into the bar or into the tavern that there's a group of people that look kind of like adventurers. They look like they have seen their share of hardship and battle. They seem to have weapons draped around them. Perhaps they would know more.
She's running up to them and
Yeah.
slamming her hands on the desk. "Oi! You look like you know how to throw a punch. I don't know about you though. It's just like looking at Luz. You look kind of frimpy."
Frimpy?
She is kind
Yeah.
of frimpy.
What's
She is kind of frimpy.
It's
Anyway.
kind of her thing.
Any of you magic types? Anyone smart types? Anyone go here? Oh, we're into this one.
Asking the questions, the hard-hitting
What are we
questions.
eating?
We eating? That's what I'm saying, Lucian.
That is what Eileen's saying, though. We eating?
Who's that little gnomish fellow that just walked over here?
Elita, make an Arcana check.
Oh.
Okay. That is a what was my Arcana? That is a 15.
15. As this halfling is standing probably about as high or barely higher than the table you're sitting at, slams her hands down on your table. You see this gauntlet on her hand, this like hexagonal plated dark black gauntlet with the faint red glow beneath between the cracks. It is emitting very strange magic. You've not really seen anything kind of like this. It is very strange and odd, but it definitely arcane in nature. But yeah, that's you notice that pretty immediately.
Ellie is look over. Depends on what you're asking for.
She gives you an impatient look. Like, look, I haven't got a lot of time, okay, but I need some information, and I need smart people with magic. I don't know. Any of you know have any access to the libraries here?
We were planning on going tomorrow. We just got into town. Who are you?
Oh, of course. And she backs away from the table, does like a kind of like a very elegant bow. It's like, Hanya, at your service.
Anya?
Hanya,
Anya.
are you deaf too? Lighthouse? You bald lighthouse? You want me to say that again?
Bald lighthouse.
Why are you so
Lulu
mean?
looks over at Asar and kind of like tilts her head and watches the light shine.
Lighthouse.
Alina also kind of tilts her head a little bit like
L.
Cringe, bald, shut up.
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
I'm somewhat familiar with magic.
Well, how familiar? She's like
I went
assessing
to
you.
school for it.
She teleported gorillas into a cage.
Well, I could do that with my bare hands.
I mean, I can too.
Teleport gorillas with your bare hands?
I think she meant move.
Oh. That would have been cool.
All right.
Shoot lightning.
Do things with their mind?
Talk to you in your mind.
That's audio.
I
isn't
I don't
it?
actually
That's
know. if
audio.
she can
That's
do that.
audio.
I think that's audio. That's the other
Actually,
one.
I do know the
Ugh.
message cantrip, so technically.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So,
They can push stuff with their
okay.
mind.
pretty much everyone here can do magic except me. Well, actually,
I don't do magic.
no, I can do that too. Yeah, you do.
I don't
It's just
do
not
magic.
arcane.
Hanya's just looking at y'all, like going, like, what the fuck are these chuckle fucks talking about?
Why don't you sit down, have a drink, and you can tell us about why you're in such a rush? I mean, it's the middle of the night. The libraries aren't going to be open anyways. I think, Olita, you were checking that, right?
I saw a repository, but remind me, the repository. You said there was like Somys there.
Yes, so there is a sector of the city that is dedicated to, or at least largely occupied by people who belong to the Somys or people that are studying in colleges to try to enter into the Somys as an apprentice, stuff like that. So there's probably some decent amount of property within the particular section of the city that belongs to or is related to the Somys.
All right.
Well-
There seems to be a Somys repository in the area.
Okay, do you have access to it?
We
Are
can
we-
get
can we
access
keep
to
this-
it, probably.
Alita actually kind of thinks about that for a moment. Maybe.
I mean, I
Well-
feel like with Adia, we because she was part of the.
Just gonna pull it out of the
Somys
bag.
is separate.
We're gonna-
Somys is separate from the Verazayam.
What was your
In
plan with
fact,
that
they
anyways?
probably would not be too keen on sharing information with the Verazayam.
Okay, then maybe we don't show them Adia's body.
Yeah, then. Hey, let us into your library, and then we pull a dead cat out of a bag. That doesn't seem quite. We have a
The
dead
cat's out
cat
of
in a
the
bag.
now.
Why does your cat?
Well, she's
why
not
do you have a
dead.
dead
Her-
cat?
Well, she's dead.
No,
She's
She's in
not
stasis.
dead. Her soul's just in the void.
in the cube.
Technically,
Oh,
she's in a
shit.
constant state of superposition because both alive and dead at the same time.
She's Schrodinger's,
Schrodinger's
cat.
cat.
basically.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's tabaxi, if you will.
Okay, I get. Okay, you said you two were magical types, Frimpy and Ghost, I guess, Ghosty, over here.
What?
She's like
What?
she's pointing Ghosty at like at Alita. It's like, pale. You're real. You need to see the sun, kid. And, all right.
She's been underground
And
for a
she's-
long time.
How old does she look? Does Hanya
Yeah, how
look?
old is this
Yeah.
character?
Well, if she's a halfling, she could be anywhere from
Yeah, she could be
25
quite
to
old.
like 200 and still look the same.
I have
Yep.
a bad joke. Okay.
Halflings are like Asian people. They don't age until they're 400.
I knew Cody was gonna wanted to say it.
Oh my god.
I just fucking pulled. I just pulled it out, and I was like, I'm good. I don't want to.
I got you.
You just see Hanya just like slam her like gauntlet, like that weird gauntlet, on top of the table in front of Luz and Alita. Says, "All right, can either of you take this off?"
Say please.
What?
Alita
Please.
will just kind of look and she'll just kind of try to tug it off. See?
Ooh.
That wouldn't.
It doesn't budge.
You have cold hands, man.
What is?
I'm using my. She's using her right hand for this, not her left.
Kid,
Why
you have
don't
cold
I-
hands. You
Why
need to
What
don't I
is it,
have
Hanya?
identify?
I don't know. Identify. Oh, wait, we have the wand.
Why are we?
We have the
trying to-
wand.
You just drag the cat out again.
No, I
You
think. I
know-
think.
Do you
I
know
think
what?
Alita. Did Alita take the wand?
Do you
I
know
think
what
Alita
this
took the
is?
I think that might work.
wand. Alita, yeah,
Honestly,
will take out the wand of identify and kind of wait, like point at it and expend a charge to see if we can get anything from it.
It returns no information.
What?
Huh.
Hmm. That's unusual.
Is it magical?
It is most certainly magical.
Yeah. Okay. So then I cast dispel magic on it.
Okay, you cast a spell magic.
Yeah.
Roll a wisdom check.
I love how you guys are just helping out the stranger.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Oh, wisdom check. Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, wisdom check. So just add d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Then that is a 17.
17. Okay. You cast the spell and attempt to unravel some sort of arcane tethers. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
What?
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
Which
Uh-oh.
will be +2 because Eileen is near. Or plus whatever your.
No,
What?
we're not level 7 yet.
You said you had aura protection.
I think that's level 7.
Look at your sheet.
I am. Yeah, level 7.
Oh.
Aura protection is level 6.
Okay, then I have aura protection.
I'm like I added it to my sheet like quite a few sessions ago. When we
You
hit
said
level
strength
6.
save
I don't have it
or
on.
Strength
check?
save. Strength save.
That's a 3.
3. Luce, you attempt to unravel the arcane energy of this gauntlet, if there even is any. There is a rebound of a massive flash of red energy, and you are launched 30 feet across the tavern, through the air, slamming into a table, shattering the table. You take
What the hell?
What the fuck did you just do?
you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage from slamming across the room.
Lizard's gonna go.
Lose
So-
lays
Go
on the
get Lou.
floor.
Ah,
So,
shit,
is
kid.
my-
Luz just lays
my-
there like
Everyone goes silent for a moment.
I
Like, the
was
entire
fucking
bar just like
rolling.
looks, and then one person's like, "Sick!" And everyone's like, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
Question. So my cloak activate triggers when my allies are attacked. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess that would technically count.
All right. So myself, Luz, and Asar get third level aid.
A flash of arcane energy launches out from
Which is-
this half elf's cloak, as you see Hanya, of like this magical energy enraptures around some of the members of this group
that's a
as
plus 10,
after
right?
she gets launched across the room.
I think so. Yeah. Let me double check.
Yeah, Isar walks over
Yeah.
and helps Luz up.
Alita's like kind of like
Come on,
standing
Luz.
up and a little more
Come on.
defensive now.
Eileen is
My
rolling
God.
on the bar, laughing.
Well,
That is 10 hit points, yeah.
well, fuck. All right, you guys can't. And she just sits down on one of the chairs, takes Isar's like leader of meat
Yeah,
and
after
starts
Isar
chugging.
got up, comes back, says, what the fuck?
Yeah, she just takes the leader of meat and starts chugging it, just
There,
chugging
there
it.
wasn't a lot left.
Oh, okay.
He drank it
Just
pretty fast.
chugging the rest then. It's like,
It's just all backwash. It's just the bottom.
oh, God, do you ever wash your mouth, Lighthouse? Jesus.
We've been under the ground
Jesus?
for a while.
Jesus.
Jesus. You were an explosive one, little guy.
Did you just call me little?
It's a little boy.
Well, yeah, of course I'm little, but
Yeah.
hello? Who the hell are you?
I'm with them. I'm not
Yeah.
magic. Can't help you. Wouldn't if I could.
Glad to know. Anyway, I gave you my name. What's yours? It seems like you know something, I guess.
You're
Wow.
Hanya?
Yep. Oh, sorry. Frumpy. You alright?
I thought it was
Nah,
Frimpy.
you're alright. Frumpy Frumbo,
I
whatever.
wouldn't say
It
I wouldn't
means the
say
same thing.
lose is frumpy. Frumpy, yes. Frumpy, no.
Frumpy sounds worse.
It does sound worse, and that's not lose. Lose is good.
Well, I'll decide that for myself.
That hurt.
Frumpy
Oh.
is dowdy and old-fashioned,
Yeah, what is
typically of a
frumpy?
woman's clothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
You know
mean,
what she said?
She might be frumpy. Let's be
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
For
kind of
clothing?
frumpy, actually. Hold on.
I know what I said.
so I looked up what frimpy is.
Uh-huh.
Frimpy and Frumpy.
Frimpy
Either
is a
one.
man's cock.
No,
You know what? No, you're
that's
right.
not what it
Frimpy
is.
Nah,
is.
according to
Correct.
Urban Dictionary,
No,
that's
Urban Dictionary is not a real
Urban
No,
dictionary.
you're right.
Wrong.
Oh,
Frimpy's
what the-
not a real word.
Lose
Yeah,
is
no,
kind of
thing that
frimpy,
popped
though.
up.
Frimpy,
Frimpy means a cock.
Okay, well, there you go, Luz. She called
I
you
guess
two
I'm-
things.
She called me dowdy and a cock.
Yeah.
A dowdy
She
dowdy
called me a
cock.
dowdy cock. Wow, that's sad.
Isar is going to use his triage to kind of patch lose up.
I'm more than fine now.
Well, yeah, no, but you're still down HP, so Isar is just going to give you. Let me check what it was. What do I add? To
1
this?
HP, I think, right?
No, it's 1 hit dice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, leave is now
So
standing on
you
the other
get
side of the
10
table.
you get 10 HP because of my.
So now
Sure.
I am above max. Now I'm at 69 HP, yo.
That's my
Hey.
normal HP.
Hey.
Hey, you're 49 HP above me.
That's disgusting.
Elita's health pool is disturbingly low.
I
Yeah.
literally rolled. I
It really
won
is.
away from the minimum possible HP I could have.
It do be like that sometimes. Well, I'm Isar.
Sorry about your health.
This is Luz. Alita, Eileen. We have another friend, but she's not with us right now. We're trying to get her back. So that's why we're also looking for the magic folk, as you put it, in this town.
Well,
Where'd you get that thing?
Yeah, what's up with that?
it's something I found on my family's lands. It's been doing weird shit to the plants there, so I found it, tried to get rid of it. It got caught. It got, stuck to me instead.
Put it on. How long has it been on you?
How long has it been, Chris?
It's been some weeks now.
I don't know. Weeks, days. Long enough. I'm sick of it.
Why'd you put your hand in it?
I didn't. Why would I put? Does this look like something you want to like put your hand in? Like
But
Like,
no,
I just-
which is why I'm
I-
confused why your
hand is
hand's in it.
though.
I touched it and it just like kind of like did this weird crab thing and it just attached itself to my hand and I didn't really have a choice after.
That sounds like an awful problem for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Anyways, I guess that's your beer now. Want to give me 2 silver to go buy my own?
She just looks at all of you. It's like, well, fine. You get, at least you answered something. Then all these other chuckle fucks. And then she turns around and just looks at the
Fuck
bar.
you!
Yeah, fuck you! You want to go? You want to come over here? I see your little squinty little eyes and scrawny little arms. I could break you over in half and
halfway to the sky and upwards into Madragon, okay?
What's that guy's name that yelled out,
Luz
fuck
is, like,
you?
That was
so
Bill.
confused.
Yeah, that's Bill's brother. Eileen is immediately turned on. I sound like an absolute tool. I am interested. Hey, fuck you!
He looks
Tanya-
tasty.
Tanya will pay for a drink for Isar and for Luz. Even though Luz probably doesn't drink, but she's like,
Oh yeah, Hanya, you have probably about 100 gold left.
oh, okay, thanks. I have no idea how much gold I have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say you have like about 100 left after the journey.
Okie dokes. Well,
Where are you from? I don't hear people as boisterous as you often.
I mean, I come from a big family. You gotta scream to make yourself heard, all right? You know, that's halflings do.
I don't know halflings.
We don't
I
have
don't know how
halflings.
halflings do.
They don't do halflings in Pelrin.
I mean, there was like a couple, but they
I
weren't.
didn't talk
It
to
wasn't
them.
a big family.
Wow.
I mean, they were in the shop next to my parents. I mean, I met them a few times, but
Did they yell?
no.
Were they super rude to strangers? Just wondering. I didn't know if that was a halfling thing. Just look at fucking
Yeah, one of the
Hanya.
one of them was a writer, and the other one did like basket weaving. So I don't know.
They sound intelligent.
I wasn't really close with them.
Oh, all right.
They were
well,
unproblematic.
Weird.
well, I'm from, south of Grimwad.
am I saying that right?
Grimwad?
Grimwad?
Grimwad, yes.
South,
Grimwad?
south of, like South Grimmaud, or south of Grimmaud being the ocean.
Southern Grimwad and around Havrilkir is
Yep, Havrelkir.
Havrakir. Yeah, I know my town.
We're struggling through this.
Yeah,
Would-
Google documents.
Would Isar know anything about that area from gleaning anything from his like parents with shipping and shit?
I'd say not particularly. That's a
Yeah.
little bit outside of their scope.
Shrugs. I don't know that place. I don't know. Is it loud and boisterous there and rude?
Well, unfortunately, not everyone has a spunky personality like mine. No, they're not all rude, as you say.
I think
There-
spunky's if frumpy is the wrong word for loose, spunky is the wrong word for you.
We're not very good at adjectives, are we?
All right. Well, since you guys were any help,
I
I'm
don't
gonna sleep.
think I'm frimpy or frumpy.
Here? Like at the table?
Good night.
Good night.
I'll be seeing you at the library probably.
Hopefully not.
And then yep, she'll
Did
get
we
up
invite
and
her?
No.
No?
she invited herself. Yeah, she's
That's
going.
fair.
She's going over to the innkeep and then getting a
Okay, you can mark
Getting
off
it-
1 gold.
yeah, and getting another and getting like two dual wielding leaders of
She's
mead and
double
going up.
fisting.
I would
Mark
like
off
to.
another 4 silver.
I'd like to eavesdrop which
Yeah.
room she's gonna get and plant the 3-inch diameter mortar shell underneath her bed.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's gonna cause a fire.
Sorry,
That's not
you're gonna
good.
have to try
That's gonna be
again.
like when Jin booby trapped that door and killed
We're not
someone.
we don't
Oh,
have to
no.
bring that up. That can
Every-
stay in the
every-
past.
Every
We
campaign,
don't need to know this.
Cody
Still,
booby traps an inn
No.
and somebody dies.
it's not how things go. It was an act. Nothing happened. It,
Except this time it'll light the entire inn on fire.
it was a
Many
rat.
people will die. This will be seen as a terror attack.
This one was in self-defense. She said mean words.
So I burned down the entire inn.
Yep,
You
that's
realize
logical.
Yeah,
Wait,
Cancel.
but this
Girl
is
boss.
a distillery?
AK.
Oh,
You
it is a
guys
distillery.
understand? Yeah.
Girl
Yeah.
boss
Yeah,
gatekeep. Gaslight.
Gaslight.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, gaslight, because it'll be all of the distilled alcohol on
My
fire.
God.
Even bigger boom.
One of those damn fireworks
No.
landed in here somehow. It's crazy.
Quick question. What does Alita? Because I assume that back before Alita met up with her mother, she probably was like, doing some searching for her. she probably would have maybe encountered or gone to the Somys once in a while. Does she remember anything about that? Or like any like kind of
You know that your mother had some standing with the Somys. That much you're aware. That at least like she was known by some people, and perhaps could have some sway still. You're not entirely sure, but you don't remember too many solid details.
Do I remember how like anything that could how we could get into the repository, like any kind of details about that, about what they might be interested in, or
Nothing, anything about Exoni you don't remember. You're not sure if you've been here or not.
gotcha. And we'll kind of bring that up, how my mother's name might have some sway within the Somys, but I don't know how much. I'm not even sure if she's still considered a part of them.
She was a part of them at one point?
She was a researcher for the Somys, but then she, with her current project, I don't entirely know how involved the Somys were, but I know it was enough that she essentially left everything behind.
Oh.
She left.
It won't be a negative impact on our
I don't
chances.
know.
Maybe
All I know is that what this project was enough for her to drop everything, including her family.
Oh.
I don't know if that included. I don't know if she dropped them, if it was for the Somys, or if she just kind of found something better. I don't know how involved they are.
What do we want from the library? Is it just to see Audia or talk to somebody magic about Audia?
Mrs. Lindsay said that somebody may be able to
Help us get to
help us get there, or get us in contact with a being that may be able to get Audia out for us.
And we think the library is the way to go to start that process.
Somys is a very renowned organization for arcane study.
Okay.
If anyone's going to have any kind of answers, I think it would be them.
If we can't get in, we can always follow one of them home, too. See who goes into the library, looks like a mage, and then we can talk to them individually, if it comes down to that.
Clarification, it's more than just a library, right? It's like a whole district, or
Yeah.
like there was,
Oh.
yeah.
There is a district dedicated to the Somys, or at least it mostly inhabited by members of or aspiring members of the Somys.
Gotcha. Easier to sneak into them, if needed.
It is called the Rune Quarters.
Name.
Fancy.
What, I mean, are we trying to bring the explosive one with us?
Hopefully not, but it kind of seems like she just invited herself.
She's gonna hurt our chances to get in. I mean, if she was that rude to us...
Well,
She also hurt me, like.
she also has a mysterious, cursed, assumedly cursed
You
item.
tried to hurt yourself there, Luz.
The Somys is interested in magical items, right? I mean, that might just be a good bargaining chip that we could use to get it.
That's
That's
smart,
true.
Asar. Bold lighthouse.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but it was really funny, so I'm gonna stick with
It
that.
was really funny.
You have a
My
very
head's not
tiny head.
shiny.
Luz
Hey,
does.
no, look, but like if you tilt,
Oh, I see with the light.
Luz starts
Yeah,
tilting.
Luz, look at your greasy forehead. If you tilt, it shines off that too.
Hey, you can't see my forehead. It's covered under this
Both of
hat.
you guys spin counter circles. We'll have two lighthouses. Go.
Luz is turning.
Is this our turning?
No,
Fuck.
Loses on a swivel chair that spins.
it's ours not.
That is a good point, actually. Her having that gauntlet might be a good in. At the very least, I admittedly don't
mean-
feel entirely comfortable bringing up my mother's name just because I don't feel familiar. I'm not familiar enough to know whether that would be a good or a bad thing.
Yeah,
How
that's
do
smart.
you feel about bringing up your affliction instead then?
Or yours.
Mine's not arcane in nature. I'm thinking of
Oh, okay.
of what could be of interest to the Somys. I don't feel like mine is of interest.
Why not?
It's old magic. It's not new. It's not
Shiny. Sorry,
shiny.
I'm not
Shake your head.
your
certain.
head. Yeah.
Bald ass.
Lighthouse,
And
motherfucker.
like I said, I'm not
Shoes
sure.
better.
I'm not sure how familiar the Somys is with the machine my mother is researching. So they may very well have an interest in it, but I don't know if that's a good thing.
We also, yeah, I mean, bring it up. We also just have the battery,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
but
not really
I don't know
much
if
to
we.
give.
Yeah,
Also, everybody here knows that Hanya that came in here, it seems. At least familiar enough to know that she's a nuisance.
Or
Do
they
we
were
think-
just ignoring.
Do we think there's a chance that she hasn't already tried just walking up to the gates and showing them the gauntlet? If she's been here long enough for people to know her?
It didn't
well, I
seem
mean, it seems like
people
she
knew
didn't
her.
know
Oh.
where the magic people were.
Okay. We'll just see tomorrow, I guess.
That's what I got. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she does know, and just it was weird that she came in asking about it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I just thought people didn't want to talk to strangers.
That was a bright idea you had there.
I feel like everybody's been super welcoming here. I think it's just her and her spunky attitude.
the firework people were great.
Yeah, the sword salesman was super cool too.
Caramel salesman wasn't mean outright.
I mean, she was in a rush, so
No, she was fine.
I mean, she gave you a discount.
4 quarters. 4 quarters. 4
4 quarters.
coppers. Yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna investigate this little explosive thing I found, and I will see you guys in the morning.
Right.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
Okay.
Isar is gonna drink.
Nice.
Yeah.
How
Yes,
How
Isar's
much?
gonna drink and think
Drinking
until he
thing?
can't think no more, and then he's gonna go to bed.
Mm.
Does your constitution change if you have a soul or not?
Fucking what?
Your like
No.
drinking constitution or your literal
Yeah.
constitution score?
Yeah, how drunk you get is determined by your soul at birth.
Like I don't know if like if it's like one of those things where like mental holds out power of like yes if you just put enough
Isar no
soul
longer
into
gets
it
drunk
like
because he has no soul.
he can control his drunk.
Well, Isar's finished. He finished most of that first liter, and he's about 2/3 through the second, and he's gonna buy another one after that. And then if he finishes that, he'll probably do one more and be pretty fucking blasted.
Okay. Mark off another 4 silver.
Okay.
And he's just, thinking about what Vizalunti said about being an empty vessel. Not knowing really what to do about that because it's not like not like the cold wind likes him very much right now. And he doesn't think any other god would do it because no other god has. Yeah, that's Isar's night. Drink and think.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm going to look at the explosive device and just see. I don't think they have much to them. I think it's just a literal bag of fucking gunpowder, right? And different shit stacked on top of each other.
Pretty rudimentary, just like layered different chemicals, gunpowder for the blasting charge, and then different like magnesium for like white color and like copper for blue color, stuff like that.
I want to take the smallest sample of each powder and just put it in the little tincture things I have.
Okay.
And just hold on to those for now. Think about more.
Okay. Sounds good.
I don't want to take
So
enough to actually
you
affect.
disassemble the charge, or
I just want to take like a small sample of each one. I don't want to harm the
okay,
charge
like
in any
different
ways.
powders.
Yeah, I just want to have.
Okay, you'll have to reseal it, but like
Yeah,
you can do that.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else do anything for the night?
No.
No.
All right. You all go to bed and wake up the next morning on the 16th of Madro. Some of you more hungover than others. And, yeah.
I'm just sore.
Isar lets out like a fucking huge burp when he wakes up. Like vibrates his room.
Ugh.
And grabs her gun and jumps out of bed. What the fuck?
Anybody else hear a lion roar?
It's that fucking thing from the arena.
He did not throw up immediately.
It's that fucking tiger from the arena that kicked my ass. PTSD.
All right.
Ugh.
Yeah. You all wake up. What would you like to do?
Good fucking
Food.
question.
Guess we're gonna look for Hanya.
Food.
Are we?
Food and then to the library.
Yeah, food.
Okay. You all wake up and have a nice breakfast. Anything in particular, or are you just like having whatever? Are you looking for like a nice meal, or are you looking
Grease.
for
Reese.
No,
Grease.
whatever's cheap is fine.
It
Okay.
has nothing.
Nice meal, please.
bacon cheeseburger?
If you want a nice meal, you can mark off 2 silver. If you're looking for just like crap and
Grease.
slop and grease, you can just mark off 1.
Yeah.
Wait,
just
those
one.
are the same thing. Hold on.
That is a nice meal.
Goodbye,
Well,
McSilver.
While everyone's eating breakfast, Alito can I ask Hanya? So, have you already tried to go to the repository or the ruined quarters?
Where do you find Anya?
Yeah, where do
where
you find
are you
her?
not
What are
down
you
here.
talking to? Are you just open
thought
up with that?
Did she come down?
I mean,
Does
you don't
she
see
stay
her at the
here?
end yet.
Oh boy.
Isar waves down the blue-haired gnomish innkeeper. Pear. Sir,
Yeah.
did you? Oh, food's great, by the way.
Thank you.
So is the mead.
I didn't make it.
Mead was beautiful.
Thank you. I didn't make it.
Spunky.
Fuck this guy.
Did you see a spunky halfling with a red glowing gauntlet leave this establishment, or is she still here? Very loud, not spunky at all.
She might have stepped outside a little while ago.
I'm not going outside. It's bright out there.
That's true.
I bet she's on Hanya way back. I bet.
You know what helps with a
Hanya
hangover?
way back.
More alcohol.
Yep.
Isar puts down 2 silver.
Oh my god.
He gives you a double.
Woo!
That's nice.
Isar just gives him a thumbs up and starts drinking.
Make a con save.
Can't be hungover if you never get
Stay
sober.
drunk. But the collective hangover will kill you.
Mm. He has a pretty high con, so I don't think he needs to
Yeah.
make a save just yet.
Just one to keep him going over the hump of the hangover.
All right. So what do you guys do?
The library smelling like booze.
Where are your books?
Give us the books.
Back to the college day.
We want learning.
Oh, Luz.
Oh,
Can
boy.
I borrow your hat,
No,
please?
no.
Ugh.
Don't you fucking throw up on my floor. Perry
No, I just
yells
have a
over.
headache. I just have a headache. I'm not gonna throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
You have nothing. You have no one but yourself to blame.
You're a good friend, Alita.
Isar just like puts a hand on Alita's shoulder, and just like squeezes it a little bit.
No, she's
Nod.
like glass.
And I grab a robotic shoulder that doesn't break up
Okay.
lightest touch.
My clavicle.
She'll
My
let it
skin's
happen.
made of paper and my bones made of glass.
Alita will let it happen. If he needs support, she'll be there.
You're a good friend. Ow. Oh. Okay. Library?
Yeah.
Library.
Library.
Are you okay?
Me?
Either of you.
Have you never been hungover before?
Well, no.
Good for you. It's not great, but it's only up from here.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's just humoring Isar.
Let's go.
And you, as you
Let's go
guys
find.
leave
Let's
the
go
inn,
find Hanya. Go figure out where that small angry woman, I think, is.
I don't know. You didn't ask her age.
I don't know.
You-
She is very angry.
as you guys leave the inn, you just see her right outside the doorway, just waiting, leaning against the wall.
Fuck.
Ooh. You waited.
Huh? Oh, you guys are finally awake, huh? Come on, let's go.
It's 7:30. What do you want from us?
You have a whole day ahead of you? Come on.
What is this?
So, Hanya, have you already tried to go to the rune quarters before?
Chris, she literally just got here, didn't she?
Yeah, you just got here.
I don't even know what that is. I just came off the last train that was here.
And people already have that much of a hate for you?
I don't know. I just stepped in there, started screaming. I think they're just used to people yelling. It was pretty loud in there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
She just like gives you a look. Anyways, are we gonna have 20 questions here, or are we gonna get a move on?
Shit, I'm down for 20-second questions.
What?
We can ask more
That's-
questions.
I bet audience is screaming out questions she has.
You've
for
never heard
Hanya.
of 2020 questions, Luz?
I know that's
Adia's
what I was
screaming
like.
questions into the void.
Who are you? What is that glove? Well, are you gonna ask questions then? I mean, we're just standing around looking like idiots.
What's with the mask?
The mask?
Wait,
know.
hold up. It's okay when you ask it?
Yeah, what's
the
up with the
fuck?
mask? Asks the masked person.
That's not okay.
Oh,
You don't
wow.
ask that about people.
It's fine. I wear a mask too. We can ask each other this.
That's how it works?
Well, all right. My sister gave it to me. She says it makes me look a little fiercer because you see this face. This face thinks everyone think I look so cute and small and like squeezable when I could punch them into the noggin, into the noggin, into the brain, and not on the brain.
That sounded
the
tough.
the core of the earth. I don't
That
know.
sounded
Or
really
the
Something like
Earth? That just sounds not right.
I think your
I don't
sister
know.
probably gave it to you as a muzzle. Maybe to dampen the
Maybe.
sound of your voice.
Maybe. I mean, I did scream at her a lot, so probably. But either way, I wear it, as a helmet to protect my face. Not that it does much help, as you can see. But anyway, yeah, that's my mask. It's just for aesthetic. What of it?
Just curious.
And what's yours? What's your story about?
We'll just kind of like pull down, show the scar, the kind of missing cheek.
How'd you get that?
Accident.
All right.
I had a second helping out. yesterday.
Alina's starting to like Hanya. She's short. She's short. She's short with her answers and short with her questions. She doesn't pry too much. Yeah. How old are you anyway?
She kind of like gives you a smirk. Like, how old do you think I am? Kid? That's a hint if you need one.
There's no right answer when a woman asks you this question.
All right.
Sounds
Yes,
like you've probably been
yes.
speaking from experience.
Are you 47?
That's a little young, don't you think? I mean, I think the twins might be 47 now. Who knows? I don't really know.
You have twins?
You have kids?
My siblings, remember? Family, big family.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like 70?
Close, 75. Older than all of you, I bet, with your short-lived lives.
How does halfling aging?
It's just this
Um,
kind of like looking you up and down.
They just
This
guess
is more an
Halflings-
internal Istar question of Alex asking Chris how halfling.
Halflings are one of the longer living races, up there with elves, and even furbolgs. They many of them can live into like 250 type of range.
So 70 would be like the equivalent of like what? Early 30s?
Something like that.
Maybe younger, mid 20s.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I think don't they reach maturity at 20?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
they mature like normally, but then they age very slowly, just
Gotcha.
like elves.
Well, anyways, let's go find a library.
Yes, let's. I die here, boredom answering questions.
So you all head off towards trying to find where the rune quarters are. Eventually, you are able to navigate your way there, and the architecture gets a lot more exorbitant and exuberant as well. You notice that there are a lot of grand sprawling architecture of marble and ivory, similar to the rest of the city, but also a lot more grand with like inlaid gemstones, bits of arcane magic swirling about, and it looks like a very large college campus almost, where there seem to be a lot of buildings for study and a lot of different assorted apartments and habitations. You don't see any sort of like central library or any particular building that seems like it would hold a bunch of books or anything like that, but you do see a particular building that is more ornate and kind of central than any of the others that you can head towards, and people will tell you that it is the Rune Quarters College. It is basically a central hub of learning where people who are aspiring to join the Somys go, or people that are a part of the Somys go to teach and take up students and such. So you head to the college.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. You head inside, and there are grand lofted ceilings with like drawings inlaid into the architecture and artwork, and the immediate scent of charcoal takes the air. You just smell a very clean and crisp scent of properness, for the lack of a better word. You can like smell the paper of books, you can smell the chalk of writing on boards, you can smell the charcoal of like copying things down. and just all sorts of writing utensils and things like that. But you walk forward into a kind of central entrance area, and you can see what looks to be a elven man that seems to be pacing back and forth and looks like as though he is waiting for something or someone. But you see a fairly tall and thin, short brown wavy hair with bright blue eyes, soft and kind-looking features, and smells immediately very heavily of cherry wood and clay, kind of just emanating from him. And seems to be pacing back and forth, holding a book and writing as he just walks slowly, looks up at all of you. Hello, are you... No, you're not who I'm expecting.
Who are you expecting?
A new apprentice. There are far too many of you, and none of you match her description.
Sorry about that.
What are you all doing here?
We were wondering if there was some place that we can do a bit of research into some arcane curiosities, or if there was someone we could talk to regarding a few questions, particularly regarding the astral sea, or in her case, the gauntlet that is affixed on her arm.
Who is your maester?
What you
What?
say?
Who is your maester?
Seal.
What?
Lucille.
Your maester.
Lucille.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Your maester. Are you a part of the college?
No.
No.
Oh, so you've come into the college quarters looking for information when you don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a better place to suggest looking?
Well, he closes the book. I'm not sure if you understand how the Sophocalus Mystera works, but you
No.
Not
generally
morning.
require admission or apprenticeship underneath a maester or doyen in order to gain access to our information. We don't simply give it to everyone.
Is our kind of like aside to Alita. Could you say that your mom is your maester? Maybe.
Alita kind of like thinks about that for a moment.
Well, clearly we were mistaken. We can always see
Yes.
ourselves out.
Sure. If you would.
Who were you looking for, by the way?
A new student of mine.
Description?
I hardly believe that's any of your business.
Well,
We're gonna beat the shit
I
out of
would
him if you don't let us
assume-
in.
yeah.
It's so threatening.
That wasn't meant to be threatening.
I believe he was more just thinking that if you gave us the description and we happened to run into this individual, we could direct them towards you.
That's quite all right. I'm sure she will show up if she wishes.
The
Very
backseat
well.
with green eyes?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a good try. Shot in the dark, but good try.
Just pull a cat out of a bag.
By
We
the
have a
scruff
big
of
cat in
her-
the bag.
scruff of
What do
her
you
neck.
think about this?
her? Looking for
Oh.
this one?
Oh no!
Wait, I think we got one more in here.
Oh no!
Alita will speak up. What about bronze spell?
What about a bronze spell?
She would probably be the closest thing that we would be. Rhea bronze spell. She would probably be the closest thing we would probably be considered a meister.
You are an acquaintance of Rhea bronze spell.
Yes, we've have a personal relationship.
Make a persuasion check.
work together. In the...
Come on, high rolls, buddy, high
Do you have
rolls.
inspiration?
I don't have inspiration. I just rolled a nat 1.
No.
I'm afraid I'm going to need some proof of your relationship to a Raver Bronze spell, because she has not been seen or heard from in quite some time.
Okay,
Wait.
Alita's gonna be thinking about what does she have that could be proof of that.
Wait, but she
Can I-
hasn't been.
Can I do an inside check? Like, does he seem like he's wary of that information,
Yeah.
or does it seem like
Make
like
an insight
is-
check.
yeah? Does it seem like what? How does he feel about that name?
Yeah, I
I'm
would-
also gonna do a check on that.
Okay.
Now I get an
Yeah, I got a
18, of
15.
course. 18 plus 4 for a total of 22.
Got a
The
15.
name definitely caused a stir in his demeanor. It seemed like it was more than just a name he was somewhat familiar with. It seemed like a name he was intimately familiar with. The concern sounds a little bit beyond professional and maybe even personal, like he was personally knew her.
Did he have a crush on your mom?
Alita's just gonna... My name is Alita Bronzespell. I am her daughter. She was married to Nicholas Bronzespell, who was a human tinkerer. Alita's trying to recall any other information that could help verify her identity. She was working on specialized arcane machinery. She went out. She went out to a region within the. I'm trying to remember what was the name of the southern
Practice Enclave.
in the Fractus. She was on a project in the Fractus Enclaves to an island I'm not sure if this was brought up or not. An island known as the Anvil.
I was unaware that Reva had a daughter. And Nicholas was much more than just a tinker.
Oh.
Speak quite poorly of your own father.
I
Alita
don't
kinda
know
bl-
my dad.
How
My
did
dad
he...
was cool.
Like Alita's like kind of blinking at that, trying to think. 'Cause, like, I mean, she likes her dad. She likes her a lot better than her mom for certain. I'm afraid.
Well, I guess there's not much way you would have that information unless it were true. Give me a moment. I will return and figure a few things out.
How does he look when I give that information? Is there like relief, worry, or...
Make another insight check.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like this just because I'm concerned as to like,
Oh.
just was like, here, just wait here. And I'm like, what do you mean just wait here?
I rolled a 16. I'm going to use my knowledge of the past to roll an extra d4.
Okay.
That's 1, so that brings that up to 17.
17. It's a little bit of a mix of interest with a bit of worry. You get the sense that he is a little bit apprehensive about the bronze spell name.
Right, like as like he goes away, and just when he's out of earshot, she'll kind of like turn back. This is what I was worried about.
In what way? I mean, I don't
I'm
think
worried. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what exactly my understanding is with the Somys at this point.
it kind of sounded like she might have gone rogue and not told them. They might think that she's dead or, otherwise indisposed.
Though I am wondering about what he said regarding my father.
Sounds
That's
like your father
interesting.
might have been more than you think.
You know,
could-
we didn't even ask his name. You know that?
Fuck.
Just saying.
I mean, assumingly he'll be back.
Eventually, after a little bit of time, the elven man returns. And he gives you a look over. Now is holding a different set of documents. The last mission your mother was sent on was to explore some arcane technology, as you said, which nobody else should know. Which is why I am inclined to somewhat believe your story. But she has not returned information for quite a long time, since her first few correspondence after reaching this island. Are you still in contact with her?
No, I don't have currently any direct methods of communication other than letters. But she is aware of me. We last spoke a few months ago.
And she is not indisposed. We have sent multiple attempts of arcane communication which have gone unanswered.
You left
She's
them
been
unread.
very busy.
Well, as it stands now, your mother's position in the Somys is placed on a temporary hold and a probation. But depending on what you're asking about, perhaps I could help as a personal favor, as she was a friend of mine.
I'm sorry, I never asked you your name.
My name is Peleus Fabrin.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to spell that out.
God damn it! God damn it! You know that's what's gonna remember what we're gonna remember about like
Whoa.
fucking. Oh God, that's gonna be in my head now.
I'm Peleus Fabrin, doyen of the Somys, and keeper of arcane tomes for the college. I knew your mother when I was a maester, as was she.
Well, Alita's just kind of a little taken aback at like having this get just having like this point of it for someone so close that she might be able to get some answers, but there's a lot going on.
I was
Well,
also quite familiar with your father.
I must admit my memories are a little spotty before I arrived on the anvil. I can't quite remember too much, but I remember that my father cared for me quite a bit. And I knew that he was
As he would.
a tink. I knew that he was all I could remember is assisting him in his tinkerer's shop. What? You said he was more than that.
Oh, quite. Tinkering was more so a hobby of his.
And what was he exactly then?
Well, he was, before I knew him, he was born of Rovig. He was trained classically in combat, a fierce warrior. He was a tinkerer, as you said, would design some of his own weapons and fix them. But he was originally a mercenary and eventually found his way to the Somys, where he met your mother. And he became a private armed guard for the Somys, traveling along to arcane dig sites, research centers, ruins for protection of the researchers.
And where is he now?
That I'm not sure of. He broke contact shortly after your mother did, and said that he had business to take care of.
I think I might have been in that business.
It seems so.
Alita's just kind of like taking a lot of this in. There is a lot of. I have a lot of questions, and I'm sure you do too. But there is some more pressing matters at hand. I would love to talk to you more about my mother and what she's been up to, but right now a friend of ours is in trouble, and Hanya here could also is looking into this strange gauntlet that is seemingly affixed onto her arm.
Ah, really?
She just
He
does
looks
like a
over.
wiggle with her fingers, like in a wave.
Yeah, this.
Well, I'm always happy to look at strange arcane artifacts.
Ugh.
Weren't 30 seconds ago, but okay.
That's before he knew we had connections. Academia is all about the elite. They're not blue collar. They're not relatable.
Well, now
They're
that
trying
you
to
know
hoard
that.
information, keep it away from the masses.
Yeah. Well, now that you know that she's some important kid, can we get in? Some.
I may be able to help selectively, but I cannot just give you free access to all of the information the college holds. That would be a gross overstepping of my bound.
Okay.
As I said, as a personal favor, I can assist in some ways if you tell me how and what. First, it seems you would like me to inspect your arcane artifact.
Be warned, we tried, Luz, you tried casting, what did you try casting on it?
I attempted to spell magic on it.
Oh
And
shit.
it rebounded quite dramatically.
There also seems to be some odd magical energy to it I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, it's temperamental, so.
I see.
I look at you. I look at Hanya like, it's temperamental?
Do you think it matches the user's temperament?
God, I hope not. This thing's nasty.
Identify also did not bring up anything.
Combat music starts.
Whoops.
I was scared. I was like, well,
Well, come with me then. I will take you to my quarters where we can relax and I can get some better looks at your problems. He turns and begins to lead you down a corridor.
Right, yeah, gonna follow him.
Yeah.
you don't have a choice.
To the
Fuck you,
laboratorium!
No.
You head into his office, and it is a little bit more plain than you would expect. It has shelves of books. It has a fairly nice-looking dark cherry wood desk that seems to match his scent that he emanates, and looks as though he has many clay sculptures all throughout the office, probably also matching his scent that he has. Looks as though he is into the arts and crafts of clay and pottery, along with his arcane studies. But you all sit down and take the room in, and it's nice, clean simplicity, but also a bit of majesty to it. And he reaches forward for your hand, Anya, as he sits down at his desk. If you'll allow me.
Yeah, sure.
And
Puts her
takes
hand.
it, and turns it over a few times, and starts inspecting it, looking over the details of it and the intricacies. You said that identify spell had no effect, correct?
Isar nods.
And that an attempt at dispelling caused rebound. Well,
Yes, it threw me back.
perhaps a removal of curse spell. He strokes his hand through the air, carving some arcane sigils, and then a flash of purple energy launches across the gauntlet. It shakes for a few moments, and then seems to like almost absorb it, and then just like steam shoots out from the slats between the plates. He Peleus furrows his brow. You said you cannot remove it.
Nope.
Strange. Usually that is the occurrence of a cursed item that will not allow you to remove it. That should have halted any cursed effects that binding it to you, but did not. Almost
Well-
seemed to consume the spell.
Inside check on him. Does he seem like more interested than he should? Like, does he seem like? Does he have a greedy look in his eyes?
Make an insight check.
This is oh fuck 7.
You don't know.
Hmm.
Allow me to try a couple more things. And continues to cast spells and take notes and kind of just inspect over it. All right. One last thing. He takes a piece of arcanite, a small shard of arcanite,
Oh shit.
and he holds it directly up to the gauntlet and just like a few inches away and starts to resonate heavily. Speaks a few arcane words, and the gauntlet itself like magnetizes towards this crystal, and like you feel your fist slam against his hand as the shard of arcanite shatters, and the shards kind of hover around the outside of the glove, almost like a crystalline lattice of just like dots and sparkles like glitter in an invisible sphere just surrounding the gauntlet before they all absorb into it.
Ugh.
Well, that was new. I think my hypothesis is all but confirmed. This is a relic of the void.
Well,
Fuck.
that's awfully convenient
Because our other question is about that.
Huh?
Well, you see,
That's where we'll pick up next time.
What?
Now time to misuse the gauntlet until a time walker comes and offers to trade Tanya for Audia and the gauntlet. So we've got to misuse it. We got to go on a rampage in the city.
My God.
Murder.
Just starts.
The
like,
answer is always murder.
wait, does the gauntlet do anything for you, Hanya?
I don't know. Fuck around and find out.
oh boy,
We gotta see.
we'll see. We'll find out maybe.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right. Well, GG, everybody.
Oh my
GG.
god.
And
No!
Your baby is locked away.
Yeah, my
but
poor
you
child.
got a new child, a replacement child.
A
bastard
better
child.
child.
Is oh god, is she? Is she? She's something.
She's definitely a bastard.
Oh man.
Yeah, this has been
That was a
been
fun
something.
session, though. It's good to
That's
be
fun.
back.
This
Agreed.
might change. This might change Alita's whole plan.
What plan?
Her plan was to just find these things and hopefully find answers, but now the answers are right here.
Oh, wow, look
Maybe.
at that.
Answers for what, though?
Yeah.
Good question.
What answers?
Yeah,
sir?
Peyton. Answers for what?
Peyton, you should tell us.
You already know.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
She wants to cure her condition.
That's fair. But what does that do with
Also-
the void?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it doesn't really have much to do with the void. I'm talking more just meeting this guy than anything to do with the void.
Oh, the time
Oh,
walker.
the guy.
Gotcha.
The guy. Okay.
Gotcha. The guy.
Yeah,
Everybody knows the guy.
Peleus.
Oh yeah, that guy. Okay.
I know I can know my past maybe. Well, or the very
Yeah.
least where to look.
You have a little bonding experience with this strange man. Kitty!
You're calling him a strange man. He was just at work, ready
He was
to teach
minding
a
his own
class.
business,
Minding his own
fucking
business.
Yeah,
And
we
you
came
guys
to
barge
him.
in like,
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I'm
We
your
want
long
answers.
lost
No.
I'm your long lost colleague's daughter.
hey.
Yeah, great time.
Are you my dad?
Dude's going into work on a Monday, ready to teach algebra, and fucking long lost colleague's daughter shows up.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You're not welcome in this building. Well, what's your apprentice look like? Just tell me what your friend looks like that you're waiting
Oh,
for.
no.
Yeah, like what? I don't know what the angle.
You are
there was.
currently trespassing on school premises. There are children that come here,
Well-
but what does she look like, though?
Yeah, give me
It's
your
our
address.
thought-
Many kids you
It's
got
our
in your
thought,
house.
you know,
What is she
maybe
wearing?
Adia, maybe it was meant to be Alita, and
Where
then
does she
the
live?
description was old.
Would be real shame if your house caught on fire. Where do you live?
Oh my god, that is so
I'll
sad.
be there to help put out
no.
the fire.
I should have asked when they went away. That could bring up some questions.
How old Alita is?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
Fun game,
GG's.
Chris. Good
GG's
to
next
be back.
week.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yep.
Next week. Goodbye, everyone. See you.